Yeah, Kitsune, I see you. How you doing, girl?
Having issues.
I'm here to fall asleep. All right, well, Emerald, prepare to be spooky, scary timed while trying to fall asleep. Because there's always stories to tell. There's always something creepy that's happened. And always something that we can think of. That didn't connect, that connected.
I was about to say, your streams are kind of all over the place right now.
Yeah, that's weird. So, I see that Robin said Twitch, but it's not on my unified chat. But on my bot, I can read it from my Streamlabs chat bot. So, Vex says, what's going on? I'm scared, trash. So those went through on that. And then Twitch is having issues and I'm going to throw hands. Alright, so that's on both now. So it's not sending everything, but it's sending a decent amount.
Thanks for the follow, Kohai.
VTuber feet. You here to see some more feet? Yeah, you came on a day where I'm actually doing an IRL stream as opposed to like my VTuber streams. But welcome. How's your day going? Also, thank you for that retweet earlier. I figured I'd like tweet at you because I thought it'd be really fucking funny. I'm like, you know what? You want to see some toes? You know. By the way, I mean tacos because fuck you, tacos.
Because why not?
Hello everyone, this is Pastor John Peaky, and you're listening to my latest song.
I mean,
Also,
steal those too.
I don't think I added my timer to this scene, so that's not good. I have not. Alright, so we're gonna swap scenes for just a moment so I can grab that. Timer, right click, and we're gonna copy, go over here, right click.
I'm scared. What is this new place?
Where am I? Who are you people?
Why are you all in my abandoned building?
Tactically acquired.
Alright. I like the new username I came up with, but I can't change it on Twitch yet. RIP. Did my stream crash again?
You're still up on Twitch.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I have my Discord open over here. And it shows at 7:15 it went off again. And if I'm not mistaken, it's 7:15. So, what?
I think it's having issues. Maybe.
Yeah, I think that might be on Twitch rather than on me. It's still going? Yeah, stream is still going. I make food, BRB. Alright, Aki. Yeah, I am confused. Because my upload is at 6,000, so I'm not having any issues with that. Because I'm still on YouTube. I mean, if the worst case, if Twitch is having issues, y'all know that you could follow or check out my shit on DLive, YouTube, and apparently now Trovo. But Mob Crush is saying no.
Denied.
Pretty much. But yeah, Songbird, what's the new username? Yeah, VTuber feet. How's your day going though, homie? I know we don't have many interactions, but I do cherish someone with a foot fetish in my life. Partially because I lost that fetish, which is kind of weird. Like, I know I've talked about this before on the stream like a long time ago, but I used to have a foot fetish, and then just it randomly disappeared one day, and I was like, what? And then I was kind of
upset. See his broken toes.
I mean, I break toes all the fucking time. It's going good. I'm tired as fuck though, bro. Hashtag relatable. I mean, I've gotten 2 hours of sleep tonight. I mean today. I slept from like 9:30 until like barely 11:30, and then I was like, I guess I'm ready for the day. What's up? Like, I've been craving burgers recently, and I'm mad I can't have one. I have a foot fetish in my DMs. Oh, I mean, if foot fetishes happen all the time. I mean, we literally have the one and only VTuber feet in chat right now. So, like, and I've been having burgers so much lately, because, like, the past, like, few nights, it'll be, like, the middle of the fucking night. I'll wake up, or I'll be, like, I'll go to bed at, like, 9 p.m., and then I'll wake up at like 11 p.m. Or the other day I took a short coma. I literally was up for like 26, 27 hours, off of like an hour of sleep, and then I was like, I'm just gonna go and take a nap. And I got home at like 4 p.m. because we were working on a truck and shit. I literally like hurt my body so much because we were working on a truck and like we needed to lift the truck door, right? I hadn't realized that I held that door for over 20 minutes in like this stupid position because I nearly fell asleep just holding it. Because my body, when I'm just lifting, is something I'm good at. I don't look like I would be, but I've just always been able to lift stuff. I held a car door at a stupid fucking angle and almost fell asleep while holding it, and I kept it in place. And then when I got home, I was like, all right, I got this. All right. Got home at like 4 something, laid down on my bed. I took like a 10-hour fucking nap. I woke up in the middle of the night and was like, oh, this is gonna fuck up my sleep schedule for sure, right? And now it's like hour here, 2 hours here, I'll fix it. So, yep, that's me. I had Popeyes earlier, nice. But yeah, so literally I woke up and was like, oh, I'm gonna order some burgers. And then after that, the next night, it was like, I'm gonna order burgers from somewhere else. And then after that, I'll order burgers from somewhere else. And now, I'm having tacos.
Came back with food.
Welcome back, Aki.
Did you bring enough for the local ass?
Happiness.
Wait, we're supposed to share?
I mean,
Oh, fuck.
damn it.
To be fair, I also brought my own food, so
See, it's a potluck. Nacho, you just forgot. I
Apparently.
used to not like tacos. Well, okay, I don't like taco shells. I like soft shell tacos, like with a tortilla, which are similar to a burrito, I guess. So burritos are technically better than tacos, in my opinion. Just because I don't like taking a bite and suddenly my food's gone because it fell through my hands.
Soft shell superior.
Exactly.
yeah,
It holds
I'm
it together.
I'm gonna have to third that one. Yeah,
Yeah.
soft shells are superior.
The only way the hard shell is superior is if it's like a Doritos one, and you still have a soft shell around it to hold it in place.
See
True
that
facts.
that works too. Yeah.
Yeah, because then you got the
And if you
tortilla
put a
around it,
layer of
keep it in place.
cheese in between the tortilla and the hard shell,
There you go. And now we're already talking about Doritos, Locos, Tacos, fuck, I almost got that.
That word.
Yeah, hold on. Taco Bell's, Locos, Tacos, Nachos, Dorito, whatever the fuck, cheesy
Gordita
Gordita Crunch. I don't know. Too many words for somebody with such a small brain, which is myself, man. I just sit there and go, that's put over
It's
there,
like
number
a
5.
10-word menu item. Like,
Right?
why?
And then it comes with more if you get the combo with the blah blah blah, and you're like, y'all know I'm stupid, right? Like, trash. Can you see my
You know I
username
am
on
Monkey
Twitter
Boy.
and Discord? Silly. Oh, true, I can. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about now. Don't you mean burritos? See, soft shell tacos are not burritos. Burritos generally are made of like beans, rice, and cheese, I believe, and then you can add shit to them. Whereas tacos, it's a different seasoning for the meat, for one. You have a different type of cheese, right? Because it's like, you know, grated as opposed to like super fine grated, so it's like, you know, actually melts. And you don't put beans and you don't put rice in a taco. So, but yeah, soft shell taco is definitely where it's at. But yo, this is definitely not spooky scary talk. We're talking about like burritos and nachos and tacos and cheesy gordita crunch. You're holding a burrito. This is not a burrito. There is no rice. It is made with taco seasoning. It does not have any proper burrito like spices or anything like that. And there's no like rice or beans. So, and also the cheese is different. So, nah, it is a taco. It is called a soft shell taco. Food is good. It is good. I do like to eat.
Anything can be a burrito.
Yeah, I mean, there's different types of burritos, but a soft shell taco is also a thing. But burritos are superior to tacos, in my opinion, because there's more nutritional value in them usually.
Food is gone. Still have coffee. Am still happy.
Get it from Taco Bell. Nah, bro, I made it. You should eat me on date night. Oh, date night is Valentine's Day, and I'm doing an extra stream that Sunday. So I'll probably be streaming all day because I'm everybody's date that day. Everyone that doesn't have a date, I'm your date now. Alright, I'm gonna flirt with you the whole time, and that is a threat. Not just like, wait a minute. A threat.
Yep.
But
So what you're
for
saying
everyone
is
that's
I
in
need to
chat,
stop by your stream that day then.
I mean, I'll date you, Ketter. Why not?
Yep.
I already want to go into like the backwoods with you with some guns and go some like cryptid hunting. So I mean,
Remind
that's already
me
a
to
good
not
date.
show up that day.
Oh, and then he immediately mutes himself. I'm not showing up. For those that don't know, Aki has been my best friend for 21 years now. Because we turned 25 this year.
Oh,
So, yeah.
yeah.
20 and a
21
half,
years.
21 years. That's insane. What the hell? I also can't hear my music. Nani?
Nani?
Now I can. Oh shit, bet. I don't have a date ever. I mean, you do now. Valentine's Day. I'm gonna be streaming probably from when I wake up. And I'm gonna skip out on everything that I have duty-wise that day. And then until probably the evening, maybe late until the night. It all depends. I got no guarantee on how long or what I'm gonna be doing. But, you know. I refuse romantic pursuits. It's not romantic, it's a date. You can have platonic dates. Think about it. Anytime you hang out with your friends, it's technically a platonic date.
You're not wrong.
I mean, honestly, what is a date other than hanging out with that person?
Yeah.
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 How does that make you feel, Aki, knowing that you've been on many dates with me now? Probably a few thousand.
Awkward.
We've been on a few thousand dates and you still haven't kissed me. What the hell? No.
Whoa.
He says it like, well, there was that one time we nearly did. And I was like, wait, what?
Ow. Yep.
Oh, God. I like intimacy without romance. That's called getting fucked. Whether that's romantically, physically, or some other way. Financially, you know. Oh, man. But do we have any spooky, scary stories, everyone? No, it's not.
Spooky.
Okay. I do. Any recent encounters anyone has had with anything? Ketter's sitting here like, yeah, I went out into the woods and I decided to chase down Bigfoot again.
To be fair, I have been out in the woods since the last time we spoke, I believe.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Uh,
I need to hear more now. Because I love hearing about you going out to, like, because the property that you showed me, that's just property that you own, not where you live, right? Like, you live in an actual, like, city or a town?
correct.
Okay. But, like, for those that obviously probably wouldn't know, Ketter has, like, an insanely large amount of property that he sent me pictures of a graveyard in the middle of the woods on, what is it, a mountain?
Yeah, it's on the side of a mountain.
Yeah, there's literally just a graveyard in the middle of the fucking woods. And he's like, and of course, what, you discovered it at, like, what, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning?
Oh, I already knew about it. I just happened to go there at like 3 o'clock in the morning because
Oh,
fucking
okay.
why not?
Okay,
That's
because...
not okay.
Yeah, he sent me the pictures. I was like, what the fuck? Could you imagine just stumbling across it at 3 a.m. though with like, I'm not camping here. Hell no.
No, thank you.
Yeah, pretty much. I would probably cry.
Yeah, and I mean that graveyard is pre-Civil War era, American Civil War.
Oh, that's actually really old then.
And dotted around on that same side of the mountain, there are various remnants of a town that used to be there. I say town, but I mean it's like
A homestead?
yeah, it was a logging operation.
Okay.
There's a spot not too far from that graveyard actually, where there is a well that we have had to cover over because it is very deep, and although you could not fall into it, you could easily, get your foot caught in it and break your ankle.
Oh, yeah, that's not fun.
No,
I'd also feel bad for any animals that accidentally walk in.
that too. We were kind of like, this is not a good place for this.
No.
but there is a hill. I say a hill. It's a mound. And we were trying to figure out what the hell it was. And we finally went through that area with a metal detector and found like old saw blades and stuff. Come to find out, that's actually where the sawmill was for this logging operation that this little town was built around. And that mound is where they put all their sawdust.
Oh. That must be
So
a
it's
lot of
just-
sawdust. Could
Oh,
rebuild
it
a
was
tree.
there for it was there for years and years. So I mean, it's all dirt now, but it's like
Yeah. It'd be
very rich
composted.
dirt.
But yeah. So Robin says, all I know is I want to be so sexy that I gotta wear a ring on my finger to stop random dudes from flirting with me. Here's the thing. Dudes don't look at your hands to see that. That is women that do that. Guys are too stupid to recognize that they should do that. So,
Can confirm.
yeah, random guys will still flirt with you. But you know, generally that's why a lot of guys, even if they're in a relationship but they're not married, they will throw on like a false ring if they're going out to a bar and they don't want girls flirting with them. But that's only the respectable guys, because most guys are kind of douchebags and kind of appreciate the attention. Wait,
True.
Aki is
Now, keep
making
in
food
mind-
again? Is that what he says? Or is my thing fucking
No,
up?
that repeated.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Odd. Oh well. I know YouTube has latency issues with streaming, but I mean, it'd be what it be.
Why you do this, YouTube?
Shit, but I do want girls to flirt with me. That you're doing it the wrong way. Girls will not flirt with you if you have a ring on your finger. I make food BRB. Aki, what is it doing?
I don't know. I'm not doing anything.
Fix
Refresh
it.
the page. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It's just gonna like start spamming it like all of this is just I am making
Not
food.
even
Be right
doing
back.
anything. I have made food, ate food, and I'm on to almost done being drank coffee. What?
But Keter, have you experienced anything else since you've since the last time that we discussed random shit about your woods?
Well, so we were out there, you know, in the woods. Naturally, I brought along firearms. You know, that's
You're American. It's almost expected.
that's fair. That's fair.
True.
So we had a little campfire going, and it's pretty late at night at this point. I mean, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, and we're kind of just watching the stars, and saw some shit in the sky that I've never seen before.
They're called clouds.
I know, it was terrifying. They were white and fluffy. I don't know. I was
Man,
so
I'm terrified of anything that's white. So I mean,
scared. Fair enough. Fair enough.
it's the inner native in me. I'm like, please don't take my land. I have nothing. Like. Also, apparently we're live on Mob Crush, which means that we're potentially live on Facebook right now too. But I mean, my chat is already fucked up enough. But yeah, go on. Sorry, I just noticed that it popped up.
Yeah, we're watching the stars, and you know, I mean, you saw it. There's no light pollution out there, so you
No,
can see
no, it's a fucking mountain.
fucking everything. And I mean, like, we were watching satellites and shit. And then there was a flash. Now, I've seen meteors. I've seen shooting stars. This was neither. I don't know what the fuck it was. It was blue. It lasted for less than a fraction of a second. But like, at least two other people outside of me also saw this happen. It
Okay.
was fucking weird.
So was it just that, or like was there anything
Yeah.
else? Like any
No,
noises?
that was it. There was no sound. It was just this blue flash. It got to about the size of probably, you know, the moon, and then
Okay.
vanished.
Yeah, that wouldn't be alarming at all. I wouldn't cry about that. I mean, like, it's okay. This is normal. Oh man, that would be so fucking alarming. Like, fuck that.
Yeah, no, it
I'd
was.
be
It
like,
was
that's
weird.
aliens. I'm coming. They're coming to get me. I want to learn martial arts so I can kick ass. Martial arts is fun. Yeah, Aki's actually, what were you, second, third degree black belt or some shit?
First degree, but yeah.
First degree, okay, whatever. He was a sensei, that's all I know. And then I kicked his ass using wrestling and he wasn't happy about that. Well, no, so a lot of people don't realize that martial arts all have counters. And a counter to the one counter, or one of the main counters to karate is wrestling. And one of the main counters to wrestling is Aikido, because it's pretty much the same thing, but throwing the motherfucker. Well, Aki knows both, but before he ended up leaving Aikido after a little while. So I used to do wrestling, and then I also did street fighting, and I taught myself Bagua. So I had a whole bunch of different things as well. Plus, I learned some karate from him. I already knew a bit of kung fu from another buddy of mine. So I was just like, I have like this weird mixture of stuff. And this was back when him and I were working out all the damn time. And then we would spar at the gym, and then the one time I just kind of kicked his ass, and he was like, well, I don't like that. Especially when I got really good at Bagua back then. And like we were like doing like this sparring, and Bagua, you circle your opponent a whole bunch. Aki's like, this guy's wasting his fucking energy. And then I just got him right on his ass. He's like, what the fuck just happened? Like, because it was so quick. And then I just helped him up. It was funny though. Good old days. Oh, hey there. What are we saying? Well, I come here then. Wait. Oh, wait.
They were saying they
So-
couldn't see me. So I said, well, I come here then.
You should be able to see it on here though. Like, this chat is how everyone unifies and talks. Looks like you've been streaming for a while. Tell your followers you're live now. Thanks, TrovoBot. But what followers? This is my first stream. Also, nobody knows what the fuck Trovo is. Just so you guys know, it's Twitch, but it's green. And it's made by Tencent. But that's literally all it is. But no, it's I have that chat open over there. Let's pop out this unified chat, see what happens. Am I crashing? No, we're good. I think we're good. Alright. We're alive, so I don't need to cry. Awesome. Apparently I'm not streaming to Facebook even though I have it all set up. So that's kind of interesting. I guess we don't stream to Facebook. And this would be my personal account, and I'm not that dumb. But, oh well. Sure, send the notification. Thanks, TrovoBot, to my 0 followers. Oh god. So let's toss these over here so they're out of the way. Yeah, so that's kind of creepy though, Ketter, that you encounter some flashing lights that are kind of spooky in the sky. So like your area must be, because like you see like the shadow things, you hear noises, and I mean I don't think like aliens are particularly like one area because like, well, they're aliens, they can go wherever the fuck they want, they got spaceships. But I mean, it would be so neat one day when I'm able to like finally visit that, just to go and see like your land and see all that shit that you've got. Plus that having you teach me how to shoot guns would be cool too, but you know.
Shooting guns is always a good time.
I mean,
Yeah, it really is.
I wouldn't know, but I would love to. So, and I'm not gonna pay just to fire a handgun. Like, what? Go down to the range, learn how to fire it this way. Nah, go and find a redneck and just be like, woohoo, we're gonna go shoot some shit. Let's go have some fun. Where's your favorite teeth? What? Oh, my fucking front teeth. You're missing because I didn't hold your tight pipe. You know, like, not too much.
Sure.
All right.
Bring
I was saying
alcohol
that-
and you'll be the best friend.
Yeah, moonshine, beer, whatever you want to get. What if I learned Hema and just carry a baseball bat? I feel like Hema would work nicely with a baseball bat. Hema as in, you're gonna need to explain what that is. Because that's not ringing any bells. It looks vaguely familiar, but I don't know what it is. Mind you, baseball bats tend to work pretty well as a weapon, so I mean.
Historical European martial arts. It's like old school sword fighting.
Ah. Why don't you just hit
European
people with a
style
bat?
sword fighting.
Who needs form? Just take a historical European martial arts. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. See, that's just swing a baseball bat, just right in the noggin. Oh boy. But yeah, so Aki, have you had any encounters with anything creepy lately?
No, because I've been locked in my house.
I mean, that's
Sadly.
fair enough, I guess. Because I can't use a sword. I mean, you could use a sword, but you shouldn't use a sword. Plus, a bat generally is easier to get. Just get an aluminum bat, make it ring, you know? It's even better if you make a wooden one ring. But
If you make a wooden one ring, that's impressive.
it means you've been hit really hard.
Yep.
I've been hit in the head with both a metal bat and a wooden bat. I gotta tell you, the wooden bat hurts way more. Like,
Oh yeah.
it's almost like it's solid or something. It's whack.
Yeah.
Who knew?
I was about to say.
Yeah.
Hitting
Oh,
hollow.
Gets hit with a bamboo fucking bat. Doink. What the fuck just happened? Like, it rolls around your head. What the hell? Like, don't do that. Bamboo is still really hard, even if it is hollow.
Dude, Kandoshan eyes hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But
they hurt
it
like a bitch.
They make a satisfying
Crack.
Crunching. It's like a
well,
crackety crunch.
yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a crack / pop. So,
Hmm. Oh man. Well, Nacho, have you experienced anything lately?
I mean, slightly weird, but at the same token, just given how old the damn building is, anything kind of goes. But essentially, me staying late, at work this past week and everything else, I almost didn't get out of there until 9:30 at night, and usually everybody else gets off around 4:30, 5 o'clock at the latest. So I pretty much had this entire building to myself, and so since I'm in the area where we blow things up, I'm back there doing tests and building up parts and all the rest of this stuff, and I kept on hearing just
What do you do
weird.
for work?
I'm a defense contractor. I blow things up for a living.
Neat.
It
Okay.
sounds cool, but at the same token, it's like, it's not like C4 or anything else. It's just,
It's not the
minor
fun shit that you
explosives.
had in the military, but it's still
No.
fun.
I mean, it is for the military, but yeah, just
Okay,
not
but you know
nearly
what I'm
as cool.
saying.
Yeah. But I mean, it was weird that I'm sitting there doing all these assembly of different parts and everything else. And I kept on hearing like weird sounds, like pretty much not including my area. I mean, there was some there, especially back towards our bigger blast tanks and everything else that I could actually walk inside of. But it was just throughout the entire building. So, but then again, the place it's just old. So I really kind of just dismissed it as that. Other than like, I think there was one that kind of stood out to me. There was a pattern to the knocking. And so I'm just like, okay, well, let me see if somebody else is being a smartass around here and stuff. So I'm pretty much cruising around the entire building I'm in, and there's
Mhm.
nobody there, no janitor, no nothing, like
As
nobody.
it turned out, it was simply a woodpecker. No.
If you go to woodpecker
Also,
around
how's it
there,
going, Voided?
issues.
Welcome to the stream. I'm doing okay. We're just listening to Nacho tell another story of his. So,
But
yeah.
I wouldn't be one bit surprised if it just either equipment valves, airlines, or whatever the hell case acting up.
Yeah.
But from my knowledge, I mean, I don't think anybody's died on that site. But then again, this is also
yet.
well, okay. So the interesting thing about like the location that I'm working at is, one, it's now a Superfund site. If anybody's familiar with that term. But back in the day, they used to make the detonators for atomic weaponry. So the facility closed down back in, I think, late 90s, some of those lines. But the site actually had a critical role in the Manhattan Project and everything else. So
that's kind of neat.
People eventually found out about the Manhattan Project, but you can have whatever kind of nuclear arsenal you want, explosives, all the rest of that stuff. That's fine and dandy. But if you don't have a trigger mechanism to set it off, it's kind of useless. And so that's where the
because
site
those need to be detonated in the air above where they want to blow up, not on the ground, right?
Usually, it depends on the type. But
I'm thinking about the ones that got dropped on Japan. So
yeah, but yeah, the facility actually had a hand in it, but it got shut down late 90s. So, but growing up in the area, it was perched on top of the hill that was in town and everything else, and it just scared the hell out of me as a kid because I would kind of go in that area, or at least the main road that was out in front of it and stuff like that, but I would never turn on the lane that was going up there, mainly because they had guard towers all over the place, and it was just not some place you really want to roll.
Like, oh no, I don't want to piss them off type thing.
Yep. So, but I mean, I just weird noises at work. Specifically the one that had like a rhythmic pattern to it, and it happened like 2 or 3 times. So I'm just like, so. But I don't know. It's weird.
Makes you weirded out
to run around.
Yeah.
To a point. I mean, especially whenever the only place that's lit up in that building is your area, and so you're going to go try to investigate and everything else, and it's just like, Lo and behold, I'm going to come across somebody trying to sleep in one of the back rooms. You're like, fucker.
And they decide to stab you, and you're like, oh shit,
Or they just wake up and start flailing. You're like, ah!
I don't want to die today.
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. So sorry guys, I was messing with my filters a little bit there. I just want to see which one I like the most, and I'm feeling this one right now. I feel like this one looks kind of okay. It's kind of creepy-ish, but it kind of throws on that like spooky tone,
We're sitting around the campfire.
I did have a campfire one. I don't know what I did with it though. I don't think I have it like tabbed anymore.
This is close enough. Looks like Ember's coming up.
Yeah, that's the idea. Yeah, I think it's like it's called Fireflies or some shit, but I mean it works. Anything that makes me look a little bit less ugly. That's all I care about. Alright, like I mean, like, without it, I just sit here and I'm like, what's up? I look like a loser. How's it going? But like, toss this on. Kind of shades me a little bit better to look a little nicer. And doesn't show off how dirty my room is. Because I still have all that foam on my bed. Because I wanted to put it up. I actually have, this is all Velcro to be able to put it up on the walls. But that just arrived today. So, and ended up having shit needing to get done today, so I ended up putting up all the foam. But I'll probably get to that tomorrow or the day after that. So, I don't know, I would really like to have all that foam up, because then I can get back into recording, but I need to finish building these walls. Because like the walls do look sort of done. I just need to finish off the top up there. I need to stabilize this part, and I need to throw a stabilizer in the middle back over there. Then pretty much these walls are all good, but I need to put the white panels that I've got for the outside of it out there as well as an extra layer of reflecting sound, and makes it look better from the outside. Inside I don't really care too much because, well, pretty much I'm going to have all my foam over here, and, well, you won't see how the walls look because the camera's over here and the walls are over there, so I mean... And then if I ever end up start recording stuff, I'll put a camera over there so you'll see the computer and the foam behind it, so it'll look good. But... there's a lot I gotta get done, but I'm pretty stoked to finally be on the right track of all that. And my energy drink powder and the new shaker should be arriving soon, so that's pretty dope with my like Swift lifestyle stuff. I don't know if that's popped up recently or not, but if you guys are at all interested, !Swift if you're on Twitch. Everything else I need to figure that all out using like the Restream bot. Haven't gotten it started yet. I'm kind of in like the middle of getting all of my stuff situated, because I've got the new VTuber model coming out. I've got the new art being made. Actually, the new art is like the ping, like my main front piece. It's done. The rest of the ref sheet isn't yet. It's, well, I guess it technically is. It's just not shaded and rendered. But you know, the main one is ready. So if anyone wants to see it, you know, follow me on Twitter because I'm trying to hit certain goals before I release it. Aiming for about 900 followers. I'm sitting at like 500 right now, but I mean, I got like 250 in less than a month. So I mean, if we start doing some good marketing, I mean, you guys might be able to do that pretty soon, and then we can do like the ping tuber until I end up getting the new model, which would be pretty cool. But yeah. Oh, actually, I kind of want to do. Yeah. You know what? Let's see if I. How hard is this gonna hurt my computer if I try and do this right now? Watches my entire computer catches fire. I just gotta find where the hell I saved
Again?
this
You
to.
sounded so weird.
What do you mean? How did I sound? Weird?
Watches my entire computer catches fire.
Number 15.
Yeah, literally.
Oh god.
That's just me, dude. That's just me. Alright, let's see if I can
Taco
get this
Bell foot
working.
fungus.
I mean, if it works, man. Taco Bell. Why is
Burger
it? Yeah, I was
King
gonna say
foot
this.
lettuce.
This is what it is. Alright, let's see if I can get this to load up on stream. Yeah, that one. Start. Alright, now. Why is this not grabbing? Alright, there we go. Alright, so if I do this, and then I go over to say here, in theory it should load up. Hello? Hey, look, it looks a little better. Alright, so I just needed to do that. And then, what is it, this? Nope, I needed that, hold up. Hey, we've actually got a moving model now. What you all think? Huh? I kind of wink a lot because I'm not close enough to my camera and my lighting's a little off in here, but you know, we got a more active model and I can like turn. Looks a little bit better.
Winning.
Yeah. Alright, so let's go back over to here though. Yeah, so VTuber streams are gonna look a little better, and with the new model that we're getting, that's gonna be dope as fuck. So it looks smooth, a lot smoother. And that's all thanks to Vex, because she showed me a new program. So pretty stoked about that, honestly. And that was with, I know why the tracking was off. It's because these little things, I was using this camera with like this filter on. So it's probably these things going in front of my eyes that also messed it up. Mind you, I've also got squinty eyes, but you know, it's probably what it was. Yeah, I don't know. We gotta figure out some more creepy, spooky stuff though. So, all right. Well, it looks like my friend's internet is not working, so she probably will not be joining us tonight on stream, unless she ends up popping into the server, and then I'll have to give her the role to be able to join us. But you know, if that happens. I want to be home alone so I can practice doing a feminine voice. I mean, there is kind of a pandemic going on, right? So you can't expect too much alone time and shit now, right? Which kind of bites. Over time, you know, I'm sure you'll be able to get to doing it. It's just, it does take a lot of practice to get it really good. I don't even think what I can do is good. Just because I know I could have done better before. But it does take a lot of practice, and I wouldn't beat myself up over it too much, especially when you're first starting out trying to do a feminine voice. But needing to deal with people in your house that, you know, aren't really too accepting of what, you know, you're doing, you know, it kind of makes it even harder on you. So it happens. But over time, I'm sure life will only get better. You gotta remember, what bothers you right now, probably you won't even care about in 2 years, right? It doesn't matter how bad it is, there's always a chance that, things just kind of fuck off, and you're good. Like you get to a different place, right? 2 years, you're in a different spot, right? So at least that's my way of looking at things, because it's kind of helped me push past a lot of stupid shit that's happened in my life. And I'm like, you know what? This is only where I am right now. It's temporary, Everything in life is only temporary until you get to the next step. But you gotta make that first step. And then the next one, and then the next one, and then the next one. You just gotta keep walking forward. That's my way of looking at it. And that's my inspirational shit for the evening. Chances are I might say more, but I kind of want to toss my hat back on, but I mean, I don't know. Do I want to toss my hat back on? I mean, it's looking like I got like a really bad acne with the angle of this, but really I just got like the one cut, and then like the shading is off. The hair kind of hides it a little bit, but well. Facts with trash. All right, Aki. All right. Oh boy. Well, I'm trying to think about some of the other stuff that I've encountered lately. I know I've been having like this strange feeling, but I don't know if it's even remotely related to it at the same time. Like it's more of a something feels off, but I don't know if it's related to like the supernatural kind of stuff or anything creepy or paranormal or alien or whatever. It's just been like one of those there's like an odd vibe in the area kind of thing. Didn't even notice that until you said something like, "Trash, you're fine, man. If you want to put your hat back on, go for it." I still don't know everyone in the Discord server, but I want to. Hey, all you gotta do is chat with people. Like everyone in my Discord, like I purposely, and I do mean this, purposely make sure that everyone in there is a pretty decent person. All right. If anyone's a douchebag, I give them like the, "Hey, you're being a dick." And then number 2, I go, "Hey, yo, you're welcome to leave." And number 3, I go, "Oh, here's the ban hammer. Deuces." Same thing with my Twitch chat, my YouTube chat, all my shit. If you're being a dick, I'm just gonna ban you, because I don't need them like negative vibes in my life. And also,
the
Crow
only dick
of
allowed is trash.
Ruination. What's up? I didn't even notice that until you said something. Yeah, it's weird seeing me without a hat though, right? Once you notice it, you're like, what the fuck? Yeah. It's because apparently I'm always wearing a hat. I'm like, I honestly don't wear a hat that much. It's just when I'm trying to fix my hair. Like
Those luscious locks.
Your hair? Yeah. I mean, I appreciate that. My hair was something I was like super, and I really do mean super OCD about for so long. Like my hair used to come like halfway down my back, and I was like brushing it constantly throughout the day. I think I had like 2 different brushes in my locker back in high school, and it was just, oh god, it was such a headache. Eventually I was just like, fuck it, I just like cut it all off, and it was like super short, and then I was like, but then it would be pretty sure this is the first time I've seen you without a hat on. Oh, well, I mean, I could throw it back on if you want. Just oh boy. No, like my hair used to be really long though. Aki can vouch for that one. Fuck, back in high school, it was insane. Man's had a green curtain for hair at one point. My ID actually still has green hair on it. So.
My god, bro.
Yeah, my health card. That's not valid anymore,
Jesus.
but Oh, gotta get one of them stretches in, and then just pop the elbows out.
The difference between my health card and my driver's license and me now.
I mean, are you talking about like the whole gained 100 pounds thing, or not?
Gained 100 pounds, lost 100 pounds, is sitting at steady weight.
So then, like, I used to be attractive, now I'm just kind of like semi-passable. No, I'm kidding.
No, it was like health card is Chumbawamba, driver's license is like okay, and then
oh yeah,
is, like,
like,
even
they're
better.
all different.
It's just like slowly getting better.
You said they're like, no, you could tell it's me. Look, the glasses are the same. Like,
yeah, see, look, the nose
same
and
glasses.
the eyes. It's not my brother, I promise.
Yeah, I can assure you, I just got healthier.
I can assure you, I've just started eating less.
Yeah. I want a Bally song, but it's illegal to own. I have no idea what that is. Aki, what is that? Do you know?
Balasong? It's a butterfly knife.
Oh, wait, those are illegal where you live? I mean, they're technically illegal where I live, but no one will get mad at you for having one.
I mean, to be fair, those are illegal in America too. So, like, what the fuck?
Trainers are.
Man, Canada really fucked up when it
actual
comes
Balisong
up to
thing.
things, eh? You can't have guns, but these knives? Whatever.
Have at it.
Yeah. Mind you, we're also allowed to have, like, the serrated, like, what are they called? God, my brain cannot remember the word of it. Bayonets. We're allowed to have serrated bayonets. You can't affix them to your rifle, but you're allowed to have them, which is fucked up. This
Well,
is
you can
UK.
go to
Yeah,
a farmer's market, buy a full-size katana, and just drive home with it. No one will say anything.
and it's not even a ceremonial one; it's an actual one.
No, it's actually like sharp as shit.
Yeah, like
You
in
could cut
Canada, our
someone's arm
laws
off
are
and
so
it's just like,
fucking
whatever.
weird about weapons. Like, you're allowed to have. Okay, so you're not allowed to have a concealed knife. All right. I don't know what the TOS is for every other platform, but I know on Twitch, if I were to pull out my knife right now and show you guys, I can get banned. All right. Just know that my pocket knife, fully extended, is about the size of my hand, right? Like this. I have another knife sitting over here that, you know, size of my hand, add another inch, all right? And that's barely legal by like a quarter of an inch, all right? Whereas if the blade's longer than that and it's a pocket knife, it's not legal. If it's spring loaded, it's not legal. But if I were to have a blade that was 3 inches longer and had a hilt on it, that's now a dagger and is legal. I don't get it. You're allowed to conceal daggers, you're allowed to conceal swords, you're allowed to conceal axes and stuff like that, but not a knife over a certain like size, which is so stupid to me, because like I'm pretty sure I could do more damage with like a mace or a flail or like
run around in a Viking rage with an axe.
Yeah.
Better than
Though
you can a small
nunchucks
pocket
nunchucks
knife,
are
like-
illegal. Go figure on that one. Nunchucks are illegal. 2 pieces of wood connected by a chain is illegal, but not running around with a goddamn katana. All right, you could run around with a broadsword. It's legal. Canada is whack when it comes to our laws about weapons. You want a gun? Oh, you better hope that you went through all the schooling, you got the license for it, and if it's a handgun, you have to have an extra license. Are flails illegal? No. Literally, like most medieval weapons or any form of weapon that isn't a handgun or a knife, that's got a blade that's longer than 4 inches, is legal.
Just
It's
known
so
as an antique.
stupid. Yeah, it's just so
It's
stupid.
like-
You could be told, no, it's only illegal if you're under the age of 18. And you need a specific license if you are to carry it in a public area such as a downtown core. But in just like random side streets, it's completely okay. I have a pair of boots that I was literally told were maces because they have a bunch of spikes on them and each of them weighs about 2 pounds because they're demonia boots. Like, and I was literally just I think I was walking home from Aki's the one night, and because we lived pretty close to each other when we were growing up, and I'm walking down and I'm playing my music and this cop drives by because we didn't live in the best area. And he pulls over and he goes, "Hey," and I'm like, "What's up?" You know, and he's just like, question. I'm like, okay, I'm about to get in trouble. I've talked to cops enough times. Like, what's up? And he's like, your boots. I'm like, yeah. He's like, how much do they weigh? And I was like, about a pound or 2 each. Why? He's like, how sharp are the studs on those? And I was like, sharp enough that if I kicked you, you wouldn't like me too much. And he was like, well, they look really cool, but please don't wear those. And I'm like, why? He's like, because they technically count as a mace. And I was like, yeah, but I'm not in a downtown core. And he's like, yes, but you probably shouldn't be carrying medieval weapons on your feet. I'm like, well, it's not technically a medieval weapon, it's a modernized leather one. And he just kind of looked at me like, okay, they look really cool, just please don't wear them too often then. And I was like, these are my boots, homie. And I just like, have a good night. Like, it was funny though. That's how I found out that my boots were considered medieval weapons, and I was like, neat. But a flail is 2 sticks of wood connected by a small chain. No, a flail is a ball on a chain on a stick.
Could
Not
be
2
wood.
sticks. I mean, yeah, but that's just gonna break when it hits somebody.
This is true.
Yeah. So, no, a flail is literally a stick with a chain and then a ball with spikes on it. Usually spikes because it looks cooler and does a little bit more damage. But gotta love how we're like it's supposed to be spooky scary and we're just talking about Canadian laws on weaponry. Like,
I mean, as an American, that shit is scary.
I mean, yeah,
Can't have guns.
that's a misconception.
Yeah, it terrifies the fuck out of me.
I don't know, Aki, am I wrong? Is a flail not the thing that you flail around?
Yes.
But say
I was
usually
gonna say, because
flail
you're
and
literally a
tails.
weapons expert. Like,
I mean, yes and no. I'm more a weapons expert on martial weapons than a flail. But
Medieval.
yeah.
Not his area of expertise.
Oh no, him and I used to talk weapons a lot when we were younger, but he was always way smarter than me when it came to it.
I mean, technically, a mace and a flail can be interchanged, but at the same time, a flail and a morning star can be interchanged.
So I think I can clarify here. What they're thinking of is the agricultural version of a flail, which was a threshing device used in medieval times. And it is
Probably.
literally a
Oh.
stick connected to
With
another
another
stick with a chain.
Yeah,
The nunchucks.
the original.
Yeah, but one stick's way longer than the other one.
Yeah.
So like,
A
poorly made
nunchuck
nunchucks.
with extra steps.
Here, I'll post a picture.
No, I know what
of,
you're saying. So it's pretty much like a bow staff on one part.
It's a
Yeah.
bow staff with part of it
Because it's
cut
the
off
same
and
as using a
chain
scythe,
connected.
but you didn't have enough metal to make a scythe.
Legit, yeah.
I posted a picture in that thing I was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that.
So
But
it's
then
just
that
like
got
it's a weapon stick.
militarized, and then yeah.
It is a weapon stick.
Yeah, it's just like it's the switch that you don't want to grab when your mom says go grab a switch so I can beat your ass, you know, like.
Wait, what
Yeah,
the hell is
exactly.
the weird ass picture before that one? Okay.
Oh, we were
I'll
talking
check.
about toilets.
Apparently.
And toilets with threatening auras. And that's one that's just at the bottom of a set of stairs.
Why?
And that's what
That
Tom
is-
posted that for.
Why?
It's because there's another one
Toilets
where
with
it's like
threatening
there's
auras.
literally yeah, well
Sounds
it's like a
everything.
toilet and it's just on like this little edge with no like bars around it and it's like off the edge of a set of stairs almost. Like if you were to if it were to lean back somehow, like you fall down a flight of stairs.
Oof.
It was just like, why is this here type things. Oh man. I love the reaction that toilets with threatening auras gets though. It's just like
It's
What?
just a weird sentence.
I have said much worse. I mean, I've read little Sonic fan fiction for people, man. Like,
Oh god.
Yep.
Ketter's like
Been
the
there.
good old days. Yeah,
I
Nacho's
was
done
there
it
for
too.
that.
Yep.
Oh man, the joys of having a decent voice and people wanting to hear you narrate things. Like, all right, and then Sonic the Hedgehog decided that he was gonna shove his prickly little hedgehog dick inside of Princess Peach's asshole. You like that? Oh, Mario. Mario, what the fuck? You're mine now, bitch! Like, stupid shit like that. You know, like, the amount of weird things that I have read over the years. People are like, hey, if I give you this much money, will you do it? I was like, no, fuck it, keep your money, I'll do it. Like,
I mean,
I'll do that shit
realistically,
for free.
yeah, some of it, you start reading like a couple sentences into it, and you're just like, absolutely, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna take this one.
hold
What
up.
happened?
Sorry, my audio just cut out for a sec because my voice meter every 6 hours needs to repeat. I'm super sorry about that. Nacho, it cut off once you started speaking. It probably doubled for you guys.
Yes.
Mhm.
And I'm sorry about that. It is not supposed to do that. It just sometimes happens. I meant to exit out of my voice meter and start it back up before stream. I just failed to do that. So I'm sorry, everyone, that my audio got super messed up there. But yes, so Nacho was saying about.
I mean, it's much like what you just said and everything else. It's like you get done reading the first like sentence or two of it and stuff, and it's like, yeah, I'll pay you, and you're like, fuck no, dude, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah, that's
And you
that's
just
pretty much
roll
what
with it.
is. Yeah, like the amount of times that we just get asked, like, "Hey, if I give you this much, would you read this?" I was like, "Yo, that's funny as fuck. I'll read that. Sure. What type of voice you want?" Like, yeah.
Trash, I'm gonna say a sentence right now, and I'm gonna need you to repeat it to me in Sonic's voice.
Oh no.
Here we go.
Alright, give me a sec.
Hey girl, nice ass. I bet your
Oh no, I
shits are
saw that
loud.
already. I already saw that in
I
the Not
like
Safe for Work
that.
shit post.
Yep, saw that one too.
But yeah, I'm still gonna do it. I think we've shared that in there before. There's Not Safe for Work shit post. All right. Hey girl, nice ass. I bet your shits are loud as fuck. I like that. You know, like it's just the dumb shit. That, like, once you get into voice acting, you're like, I need to always do this. Like,
Yep. Yeah, you have way too much fun with it
Oh.
whenever you finally get into it.
yeah, because there's so many dumb things that you could do. I have this one that's so stupid. It's like Spider-Man or something like that, and he's like overly buff, and he's like, "Hey, do you smell that?" And like the girl's like, "No, I don't." He's like, "Me either. Start farting." And it's just like, what the fuck?
What?
It's just so dumb. I'm like, why is this what people made? Someone literally took the time to make this. You know, like, shit's whack, man. Like, oh god.
Yeah,
Mind you,
I almost
again,
have to wonder
Little
if
Sonic
there's a
exists.
subset of artists that when they make this shit, they think to themselves, I want a talented voice actor to now read this aloud.
Oh, definitely. Oh, definitely.
Yep.
Like, there's no way that you make something that cursed and don't want people to read it. Like, even if you make something that's not cursed, you know, like, you get people like my boy Frosted Fricks, who's like, you want anything Has Been Hotel related, like narrated, you reach out to him, he'll do it. So long as he's allowed to like put it onto his YouTube channel, he'll promote you and give you all credit. But like, he just really likes voice acting for like Has Been Hotel stuff.
Nice.
Oh, Aki's head note. All right, my dude. I will I'll let you lurk then, and I love you, homie. Thank you for being here. I do wish I could R2D2 scream. Oh, like, so funny thing, the R2D2 scream is actually what fucked up my voice and made it the way it is now. Like that, wow, yeah, that's what fucked up my voice. Like the super hyper is like, wow, going up, yeah. That's what snapped my vocal cords. I was back when I was what, 14? I think I was like 4. Yeah, I was 14. It was before I was gonna go on like a singing competition. So, and did it in the winter with a dry throat, like a dumbass, and then just snap.
Will we learn?
Ruined my life, but mind you, I wouldn't be where I am right now if it wasn't for that. And I wouldn't have so many people that like my voice. Mind you, they would have liked my voice how it was supposed to be, but you know, it's a different type. But I will. You messed yours with R2D2, I messed mine with Ewok screams. That's true, actually. Man, Star Wars sucks, apparently. Just goes injuring people. Fuck that. Time to boycott it.
Yeah, that's the reason people are boycotting Star Wars, nothing else.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with force healing or anything.
God,
It's
that
just
last
so
fucking movie,
fucking
I swear to God.
stupid. So stupid. I haven't even watched it. I know that's fucking stupid. This is the way. Yeah, apparently Mandalorian is like worth watching, but other than that, it's like I don't know. I'm not really a big fan of Star Wars to begin with, so I mean I'm not gonna complain about it. Like there's obviously benefits to it, and I do find some things interesting. It would be really cool to have on this wall here a dope looking lightsaber, you know. Just have that as like a light in my room. That'd be fucking awesome, you know. Mandalorian is fucking amazing. I mean, I'll look into it eventually.
Oh God, I'm dying. For anyone who's into
Hashtag
Star Wars
relatable.
but can't stand like the prequels or the new fucking trilogy.
I think people like the
Go-
prequels now.
I,
You know,
listen,
like,
comparatively, at least they had a plan with what the fuck they were doing there.
they also weren't trying to
Um,
pander to anyone, which is the main issue that the new ones have. Trying to like,
yeah.
we're diverse.
I,
You're not,
I mean,
you're
I
stupid.
feel like I feel like at least the first one was trying to pander more to like kids. Like
Well,
that's
yeah,
the
it
reason
was
they had the
definitely.
fucking child actor, and then they tried to hook
Yes.
the female viewers with Princess Amidala there, but she was such a fucking flat character that it never went anywhere. But anyways, my original point is oh god, Jar Jar Binks. He makes me want to vomit.
Really? I
Yes.
like Jar Jar. I feel like he was like, if they made him more correctly, all right, like if they played him better,
Here's my thing with Jar Jar.
he would have been like the mirror of Yoda. He was loud, bombastic, and in your face, but he was that weird creature, and he was gonna be a Sith Lord. And then Yoda
Yeah.
was quiet, reserved, and to himself, and he's a Jedi Master. They would have been polar opposites, which would have been super awesome.
See, if they had pulled that shit, I would have at least like that would have been amazing. I would have loved that. That would have been
Okay.
fine.
Go back and watch like the prequels, like the first one that Jar Jar is in, all right?
Mhm.
And any scene that you see Jar Jar in the background, pay very close attention to him. There's a scene where he uses like the Jedi mind trick. I think it's either on Padme or on Anakin, but or it must have been Padme actually, because Anakin it wouldn't have worked. But like they're literally Anakin and Padme are talking. You see Jar Jar in the background, and you see him glance over when they say something, and then like do this with his hand. And like there's so many little subtle things, and like everyone has like a force power of some kind that's specific to them, and his is like this form of luck. Like think about it. He ended up having a droid hooked onto his foot, and he's trying to get it off his foot, and he's moving around, and it's firing, and it's killing all the other droids. Tell me that's not force manipulation. Go ahead. Like,
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, it's there.
Yeah.
I've seen the theories and watched. Like, there's a lot of
Yeah.
evidence there to support the fact that he was supposed to be the fucking villain,
yeah.
and that would have been cool as hell.
I would have preferred Jar Jar as a villain, because he would have like played up on everyone's like heart a little bit. But then everyone's like, I fucking hate him, and it's like, it's because you're purists. Like, just enjoy it for it being entertaining. Like, I get it. It's going for like
I
this
won't
kind of
deny
like
there's
bandits in the
definitely
Old West,
entertaining
but in
moments.
space kind of thing. But
Oh yeah, well, I mean, you look at the original Star Wars, and it was basically Lucas stole. I forget. I think it was like shit, some Japanese movie from the 50s. He basically stole a plot from that. And
I
you know,
love how
put it in
Rey said
space.
she'd never use something used for evil while holding the lightsaber used to kill a room full of children. Yeah, she just had the Orphan Murderer 5000 in her hand. I'm never gonna use something for evil. Wait, how many kids died from this? Okay, but it's
Yeah.
Well,
blue,
I
so
mean-
it's good, right?
you want to count the fucking sand people and the kids and
I have a meme of pretty much exactly that. It's like this dude just came in, he killed the women, the children, the elderly. He didn't give a fuck. He killed everyone, man. Like, it's like the last like sand person or whatever the fuck they are. Oh man.
yeah, the shit. I want to say
Tungsten
tungsten
Raiders?
raiders.
Tongue.
Yeah.
It's not
Denied.
tungsten.
Tung,
Tug. Tug.
oh, fuck.
We're both like, we know it's this sound. Tuscan Raiders.
Tuscan. Jesus, I was googling it. Thank you.
I got you.
That thing.
Yeah, Robin's just like a few moments behind us. Did I just like mute the ad in time that it decided just to not play it? I mean, I'm alright with that, but... Oh, fuck, I got an eyelash in my eye.
But anyway,
Why
my
have you
original
betrayed
point
me?
is
Yes.
anyone who likes, you know, Star Wars, don't bother with the new trilogy, but like go back and read before Disney retconned it. There's a bunch of
Yeah.
extended Star Wars universe books and comics and stuff out there, and they're really, really, really good.
Well, see, that was the thing. There was also a lot of that was like fan work that they were like, yo, we actually really like this. Let's like work on it together. right? Which is really cool, right? And I respect that because, well, even though I'm not a fan of Star Wars, I think I know a lot about it, but I'm not really like, oh, I want to go and talk about it all day long. It's like, all right, no. But then you take like the really cool shit, like the shit that happened to like Darth Vader between like the movies and whatnot, between like the third and the fourth. Those comics are fucking awesome. There's current ones going on, but then you look and like George Lucas was super chill about the whole. Yeah, if you want to make a background story for a character, sure. Literally every single person in the cantina has a background story. The only person that doesn't have a background story is Yoda, and that was because George Lucas had an idea and just never acted upon it.
Well, that's like some of the Jedi that were on the council in the prequels came from those books.
Yeah.
So they might have been fan creations originally.
Yeah, which is insane. Like, just the amount of liberty that he gave to the fan base was definitely unheard of for the time. So, you gotta respect that. Fun fact, the Tusken Raiders performed ritual sacrifice at the site where Anakin slaughtered them all because they believed he was a demon who punished them and they do it to appease it. I mean, they aren't really wrong. I mean, he is kind of a demon in a way. Like, what does the Sith Lord thing do? Like, you have magical powers. Alright, let me put it this way. Star Wars.
You're a goddamn space wizard with a laser sword.
I was literally about to say that. I was like, Star Wars is space wizards with laser swords. Like, so I mean, he's just a very strong wizard. And when you get far enough in magic, what happens? You transform into something else, you know? Like, you ascend to a new form, right? And when it changes your physical appearance to have, like, yellow eyes with, like, a red sclera, and then your skin starts to kind of, like, peel away and go, like, really tight, you start looking like a demon, alright? And in which case, sometimes you were just born looking like a demon, and it fits perfectly, like Darth Maul. Like,
yeah, I feel bad for the rest of Darth Maul's race. The people must just be like, "You're fucking evil, right?"
Yeah, you're the evil one, aren't you? Like, I don't mean to be that guy, but like, your skin is red. We're yellow and blue. Like, could you imagine if something like that happened in Star Wars? Like, just like,
that would be fucking hilarious.
I saw a meme earlier, and I think it was earlier today or yesterday, where it's Darth Maul, and he's next to someone else of his race who is like a yellow version, I guess. And Darth Maul is like, violence is not the answer. It is the question, and the answer is yes!
Correct.
So he just starts running into it. Oh, man.
But the space wizard thing there. What is Darth Vader if not a techno-lich?
I mean, you right. Holy shit, you right. God damn, came back from the dead. Takes things from people. Magical space wizard powers. Yep. Yeah, it's a techno-lich. That's actually kind of fucking funny. I hadn't even thought about that. Oh, God. I gotta love how derailed our streams always end up. With us, like, wanting to talk about spooky encounters. And we'll talk about maybe one or two, and then we'll just get off, like, on, like, a tangent of some random shit.
Pretty much.
Yeah, sounds about right.
That's just us. Like, it's like a weekly thing.
You might have to switch it around.
Killing me. We can switch it around. I mean, but yeah. I like this. I like the spooky shit. I want to like. I love having people join us for it, but I think we might just make Saturdays into like a just chatting stream where it's just whatever the fuck we feel like. Cause like, I had an idea, and both of you guys are people I would love to do it with, right? And again, it's just an idea. I don't want to put forth all the effort to get it all set up and everything. Probably not for a little while, unless you guys are really into the idea. But I want to like, at some point, do a podcast. I want to call it Trash Talk, because number one, that works, and number two, like, we could just be dicks and just talk about whatever the fuck we want because it's trash talk, right? And if it's like a weekly thing, people are like, all right, let's go listen to these assholes be dumbasses, you know? We can just talk about whatever the hell we feel like, and But I don't know if I really want to start that quite yet. Or anytime
Sounds
soon,
legit.
but yeah,
I
I
mean,
just think it's an
I'm
idea.
definitely down.
Well, it's because you can be an
Question, am I
asshole to
allowed to
me and
drink?
not care about like any like. I mean, you're already fine with that, but you know, then it's encouraged.
I mean, if all else fails, I'll just take it up a couple notches and have a couple beers beforehand. Let's get this party started. Yeah.
This man downs half a bottle of whiskey. Alright, Trath, I'm sick and tired of your shit. Like,
This is bullshit.
no, I just think it'd be cool because then occasionally we can get like someone to hop on with us and chill. My goal is one day to be able to see if I can get Ted to join in one of my streams, because that'd be cool. Because my buddy Ted, like, he's a funny fucking guy, so it'd be interesting to hear some of his opinions on things.
Do it.
Yeah, that's why I always rate him, like, because I love sending my community over there. I'm like, guys, if you want to be entertained, you don't even need to be here for 10 seconds before you start laughing. Buddy is funny as all hell. Like, he has, I wish to be, like, I want my streams to eventually get to like 10% of how good his are. Like, that's how much I like his shit. Yeah, like, he's
Nice.
got such a great structure to his streams as well. Bit of a Star Wars nerd. I just know a lot about it because I dated a chick that was super into Star Wars and what's the other one called? Star Trek.
Yep.
So I just learned a lot about it because, you know, you just kind of pick up on it. So
Yeah, I'm less of a Star Wars nerd. You want me to ramble about Warhammer 40k? We could be here for 3 hours.
oh no, I'm
Yeah.
okay. I'm okay. I I used to hang out with like a group of friends. So I actually miss hanging out with them. We play D&D at their place, but the reason we played D&D at Buddy's place is because he had a Warhammer table. He called it his war room because he had 2 tables that make both of my desks combined look small. Okay, and well, my desk is big enough for 3 monitors and a computer to sit on comfortably, and still have more room. So, and that's just one of the desks. Like, he had 2 tables that were that big. And it was like he had so many models around the room, like probably close to 2,000 or 3,000, and he hand painted nearly all of them. And it was just so cool. He had like an area set up just for like painting, and it was like, oh man, that's dope. So we'd go over there, we'd play D&D, but like always wanted to play Warhammer as well. So I was like, all right, I'll learn it. And I kicked his ass my first game, and he was like, how? What? And I'm like, you play it too directly. He was like, what do you mean? I'm like, it's just war tactics. I just trapped you. He's like, but my units are better. And I'm like, it's
And-
war.
Yeah, units
Like-
don't mean shit when you have better tactics. Like,
Yeah,
Yep.
it's like
it's just a given.
I knew I wasn't gonna win, but I figured out a way to win.
And to answer Robin's question, yes, I have seen a Stardust.
Well, there you go. I didn't even know how to pronounce that word, so I mean, I'm glad you read that. Oh man.
Yeah, so the Space Marines in Warhammer 40k are technically called the Adeptus Astartes.
About to nerd out here, aren't we?
Yep. Oh, well, speaking of Warhammer and stuff like that, have you seen that fan-made video? I guess it's something along the lines of trying to describe it. Fucking, they send in like special ops group and stuff like that. They take over some kind of position and stuff like that. But it's got 2 guys that have like telepathy or whatever. It's actually really good fan-made one. I'll have to link it sometime.
I think that might actually be a Stardust.
I'm
I don't
curious.
know.
I'll have to look
I
it up
got
whenever I get
no
back in
damn
from
clue
smoking.
whatsoever.
The other one.
That
there's a
is
fan
okay. Then yeah,
project,
that's what they're talking about right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
there you
no,
go.
it's fucking
You're all talking about the
beautiful,
same thing, and I'm still out of the loop. So.
that fucking animation. I mean, it's in total it's like 15 minutes long, but Jesus Christ, is it good? Like someone poured their heart and soul into that shit.
Well, I like how somebody turned it into memes too.
Oh yeah, no, I love the heresy memes that came out of that shit.
Yeah,
All going over my
especially
head.
well, it's you gotta sit down and watch it. I mean, if you have no context of what the hell's going on and stuff like that, like watch that and then pick up on some of the memes, especially the guy that's supposed to be doing like surveillance and shit like that whenever he gets hacked. When the memes hit this, turns around, he's like, ooh woo, and they like pound him into the fucking dirt and shoot him.
Yeah, I posted one in that thing I was talking about.
All right, I'll check it after stream tonight then. I know that unrelated but kind of related. So it's just like a fan animation. Is that what you guys are saying?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So I was randomly browsing YouTube at like I think like 4 or 5 a.m. the one day, and everyone knows that I love Zelda. Obviously, like I played randomizers for almost a year. So this random Zelda video popped up, and I was like, "What the fuck is this? It looks interesting, but what the fuck is this?" Right? It was a fan animation. I believe there's 2 episodes out right now, and it's Link after Majora's Mask, but before he dies and becomes the hero's shade for Twilight Princess, and it's really neat. Like it's really good. I feel like, you know what, I want to look it up, just so I can link it in chat for you guys.
So you just brought up something interesting. To
Okay.
talk about complicated and weird lore, the fucking timelines of Zelda.
I can get into that super easy.
I'm sure that you can.
Yeah, that's my thing actually right there. That's time travel, that's split timelines, that is my thing. I know all of that. So if you guys want to talk about that, I could do it, you know. Like yeah, so it's made by Major Link. So this is episode 1. That should go to at least 3 of the chats, apparently.
Oh.
Yeah.
Someone just posted Terminal Mancha. Oh, you did. Nacho posted it.
Yep.
I love Terminal Montage.
There you go. There's your,
Animations are the fucking best.
there's your Zelda.
Oh god, yeah, I could. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, if you guys wanted to talk about like the whole Zelda timeline, it's pretty easy to break down from Ocarina of Time. After that, it gets a little complex, ironically, because each of those should be a straight line, but a lot of them don't make sense. Just know that the downfall timeline technically exists, but also doesn't exist at the same time. Because there's 2 ways of interpreting it. There's the way of saying, you died at any point in the game and then Ganon won, but that doesn't make any sense because he has a Triforce of power, or he has a full Triforce in the games later on in that timeline, which means that you definitely had to have beaten, you know, the 3 dungeons to begin with for him to have access to the Spirit Realm. But if you died before that in the game, then obviously that wouldn't have happened. So it's more of like the missing timeline is like the more perceived one now, like, or more well-received version. Because it's not like Link died, it's more of like, there's the child timeline, cool. There's the adult timeline, but the child timeline is, well, when you get sent to being a kid, well, you literally get sent back to the exact moment that you went to go open up the Spirit Realm for the first time, right? Or the Sacred Realm. Which means that you didn't do it yet. Meaning that there's a timeline where you did it that you're gone from, and that's the downfall timeline. It's the missing one, where there's no link. So there's 2 timelines that don't have a link, which is the adult timeline and then the downfall timeline. And there's only the kid timeline, like the child timeline, which is the one that Majora's Mask is in. Because the other one, the adult timeline, where Wind Waker goes into, they don't have a hero because, well, the hero that was there got sent back in time to before they did it. Meaning that there's another timeline where Link had already opened up the Sacred Realm and now there's no Link and Ganon can get Triforce because he's there. So, yay. And there you go, there's a simple way of doing that. Time travel is really confusing, but when you break it down to there was a yes and a yes and a yes, because this was before, so now there's a no, and a yes, and there you go. That's how you handle that one. You just know this one led to water, this one led to a bunch of people dying, and this one led to just a very sad hero that ended up regretting not being recognized for doing what he did.
What?
At least Twilight Princess. And that technically all of them lead to Breath of the Wild, of which Zelda wasn't meant to have a timeline. It was never made with the intention of having a timeline. So a lot of the game's shit doesn't line up. But us as people like to think about the timeline, and then Nintendo eventually made one, so we're like, okay. And then they revised it later on, like a couple years later, and we're like, okay, so that's moved. Like it's meant to just be enjoyed. Don't think about it too much. Even though I definitely think about it too much. You know, like, it literally gave me my interest in like time travel and studying theoretical physics. So I mean, I guess it kind of led to a good thing, but mind you, Dragon Ball didn't help with that at all. Because it did the same thing.
At least in Dragon Ball is more straightforward.
Oh, really? Do you want me to explain Dragon Ball's time travel?
Oh god, here we
I
go.
understand Dragon Ball's time travel at least better.
Okay, so if we ignore Skyward Sword from the Zelda timeline, and we ignore Breath of the Wild, or Age of Calamity, sorry, from the Zelda timeline, it only has the one type of time travel. But if you include both of those, it has 3 different types of time travel. Okay, and that makes it really confusing. Dragon Ball has non-consistent multiverse time travel.
You're right.
So pretty much, the Cell that they battle in the Cell games is from a 3rd timeline.
Yes.
Of which implies that... So Trunks went back in time. That means that he went back in time. The way the time travel works is, if you're there for a day, you go back a day in the future as well. It's a set amount of time that you can go back and forth. Which makes absolutely no sense, considering that he picks how far forward and back he goes. So, I guess. But, you know, Toriyama doesn't know time travel, or at least didn't. Alright? Give him a pass. So he goes back in time. Well, now he's gone to a different timeline. So there's this initial branch, and then the one that he's gone back to. So now there's a little doop. But now, when he leaves this branch and goes back forward in time, there's a timeline where he goes back to this one, and it carries on, and a timeline that he didn't come back, and it goes there. Because it's multiverse.
Mhm.
And that's how Cell was able to come back. Okay? So now, he ends up waiting 3 years, and then coming back to this timeline. But technically, it's not the same Trunks who went to that timeline. Meaning that there's a timeline where he came back, and there's one that he didn't come back to. And then it gets even worse, because that means that there's a timeline over here now. Or is it this one? Where Trunks left again. Which means that there's another branch where he didn't come back. And this theory is only proven by the amount of time rings that you see
In Dragon
in
Ball Super?
Super.
Yeah.
Is technically only from the Cell games.
Yeah.
Not all the times he goes back and forth asking for help with Goku Black. And you don't want to know how many times he went back and forth. You don't want to know how many times Zamasu went back and forth.
It's a lot.
Yeah. And it gets even worse when you realize that the Trunks that we see in Super has different colored hair than the one that we saw in Z. And we're like, why? And then you start thinking, oh, it's a different Trunks. It's not the same Trunks. And that's why he has a different hair color. He just knows that in his timelines of him going back and forth, which wasn't the same one that we saw, it worked out the same. So he ends up coming back into this timeline, of which now creates another timeline where he did come back and one where he didn't come back. So it's this ever-growing root system. And it's just like, oh no. Like,
And that's why
you want to think Dragon Ball is easier than Zelda? Zelda, it's you're here or you're not here. Like, there it's this.
Yeah, but
Every time he goes back and forth, there's 3 different timelines. And that doesn't even include Zamasu or Cell going back and forth. And then if you want to get even more confusing, angels can rewind time. So
Yeah,
did they get rid of that initial time? Or is it a different timeline now?
Well, that's akin to the question of what the fuck does King Crimson actually do?
King Crimson... Wait, King Crimson isn't even that hard to understand, though.
But it also erases periods of time.
No, it
But
erases
then
your
it
concept of that time.
That's not the way it's described.
It is, actually.
I'm
So-
confused.
So Nacho, King Crimson is from JoJo. It is from part 5, Golden Wind. So pretty much, he has 2 powers. He has the ability to see what's going to happen, of clairvoyance, right? And he is able to make it so nothing gets altered from that and removes that person's concept of what happened. Everyone overcomplicates how it works. Like, could he handle against the world though? And it's like, no, but depending who struck first. Because technically, if Dio just walked over, or even Jotaro, were to just walk over and just go like, oh, he's gonna attack me? Okay. And the guy is just like, oh, I'm gonna be able to get to him first, right? But he can't account for time stopping because he can see forward in time. So if he were to attack, or start up his attack first, he's able to beat them. Well, I mean, I don't think he can beat a vampire, and Jotaro is Jotaro, and you just piss him off, so he would win somehow, because Jotaro. He's a JoJo, I mean, he's gonna win. But, yeah, King Crimson is literally, he sees what's going to happen, and then he removes what you think was going to happen. And then you feel like you're forward in time. But time still passed. Like, they even make that very clear when they show that a clock has changed. So they lose time. There's no time travel or anything. He is just able to change his perception of it and is able to change things for himself, but everyone else is stuck on a steady track. The only time that it doesn't make any sense is when Araki decided to not follow that properly and, spoilers, kills whatever the fuck the annoying kid's name was. Alright. That's the only way. So, and that's the only time it doesn't make any sense.
That kid was really annoying, so...
Yeah, he was fucking annoying. Fuck that guy. You know?
Yeah.
King Crimson erases the perception of time. The real one that confuses me is Killer Queen Bites the Dust. So Bite the Dust is fairly simple. The way that Bites the Dust works is once you discover about, you know, Killer Queen's Bites the Dust, it kills that person. And it goes back in time to a set date of which I believe was 28 hours earlier. I think.
Yeah,
I don't remember exactly what it was. It goes back to a certain start time. And that kid retains his perception of the time because he's linked to it. But everyone else isn't.
In him.
Yeah, it was inside of his eyes or some shit. Or in his brain or whatever.
Although also I believe the stand user is also aware of when it happens, but doesn't retain the memories.
Mm-hmm. So Bites the Dust was a stand from Kira and was in that kid instead. So that kid has already seen people die and then goes back. And that's why when What's-His-Face manga guy opened up his head and read him, he was like, wait, this kid already knows what's going to happen. What? Well, it's because he's already experienced that day. He's living in Groundhog Day. And Groundhog Day is pretty simple. You just keep getting reverted to a different time at the end of the day. But his end of the day is when someone finds out about Bites the Dust. Or I guess about the identity of the owner of Bites the Dust, but of Kira, but you know, whatever. Killer Queen is the stand? You mean Rohan? Yeah, who cares? It's part 4. It doesn't matter. It's shit.
Manga
right?
dude. Part 4 was like my least favorite part.
Honestly, I hated 4 and 5. Like, I hated each one more than the last one. David Bowie? Yeah, kind of. like I liked part 1 the most just because it was like Castlevania mixed with like Fist of the North Star. And like yeah, sure, like they broke a couple rules of Haman, but like Haman was a structured fighting system or a magic system, sorry, that was kept a specific way. It had little limitations, but Araki realized that it's limited. You know, like he would have to end his series because if you have to constantly restart learning what Haman is every fucking season or with a new character, right? It's gonna get really boring. So he developed stands. And I like the way that he tried to, like, I definitely preferred Haman myself. And I guess it sort of comes back in what, part 8?
Yeah, it gets renamed to something else though.
Yeah. What I like is
And
Haman
it's part 7,
was
not part 8.
a stand that people could learn. Right? 7? Okay, 7, sorry. I don't know, I'm not a JoJo fan. I forced myself to sit through all of it to prove that I watched it. But I like part 1 the most, or okay, I wouldn't say I like part 1 the most. I like Jonathan the most because he was an arrogant little shit that learned how to be a real gentleman, right? He was a very flat character, but that was because if you read the manga, which I myself have not read the manga, I've watched the anime, but you see the main, okay, the protagonist of JoJo is Dio. Okay, I don't care what anyone says. Like, the protagonist of JoJo is Dio. Simple enough. He's in the most parts, and he's technically trying to create a better world. Technically. And I mean, protagonist doesn't mean good guy, right? It just means main character. This is how it be. I mean, like, if you watch like 90% of hentai, protagonist is probably not a good guy, you know? Like, it's just the person that we follow, right? Jotaro is in more parts than Dio, because Dio is linked to literally every single part except for part 4, and even then he's kind of linked to part 4. So
I mean, yeah, the stuff that happens in part 4 is probably a direct result of Dio's actions.
yeah, pretty much. But no, like, Dio's like the most important character of all the entire fucking story.
Part 5 happened because Dio fucked a lady. I mean, like, come on.
Yep. So, but like, I don't know. Not just sitting here like they're talking nerd. Actually talking weed.
Okay.
It's even worse.
Geek out.
Yeah. I don't know. I personally like Jonathan the most because he learned how to be a proper gentleman, and then he learned, you know, respect and shit from being this little, like, I'm gonna be a gentleman, but doesn't know what a gentleman is, you know. And then he went from pretty much like milady to like, it was some milady, you know, but like he's not like that because he had Erina, so I mean, whatever. And then you got Joseph, who's, well, he's Joseph. I mean, his whole plot was, I'm better than you, and I kind of like that, but doesn't make him my favorite by any means. Jotaro was like, I find like each of them are like the polar opposite to the previous one. Jonathan started off as not having any charisma, nobody really liked him, and he didn't know how to use Haman. And then he was, by the end of it, a very respectful guy, everyone liked him, and he was pretty okay at Haman, right? It wasn't the most amazing, but he was the best at the time, right? Other than masters of it, but he picked up on it really quick. And then, you know, Joseph was naturally an asshole, thought he was better than you, douchey as fuck, and was amazing at Haman from the start.
And
I mean,
also
he's
has
the
a
exact
predisposition to plane crashes.
Okay, but like, he's the person I'd want to be in a plane crash with because he survived all of them.
This is true.
Like, not one person died in any of those plane crashes.
You're not wrong.
So, I mean, type of person that you want to be in a plane with, I guess. Sure, it's gonna crash, but you know you'll survive. And then Jotaro is, again, like the opposite of that, but in a different direction. Instead of being like constantly making noise and being out and about and talking and an attention seeker. He's quiet, reserved, and calculated. You know, they're both calculated, but like, literally the reason that Dio lost to Jotaro is because he pissed him off. Like, normally when you piss someone off, they like lose their composure and then they slip up. No, when you piss off Jotaro, he thinks more, and then he kicks your ass. So I mean, I liked him for that, but and like Star Platinum is the exact opposite of what Jotaro is, because Jotaro is quiet, right? And then you have something that goes and just starts hitting you, you know. Yeah, and there's more of Dio's kids in part 6. Yeah, there's a bunch of the kids, and then there's like a timeline branch or some shit, and then there's someone that makes other people into dinosaurs. I don't know. I'll be completely honest.
Part 7 and part 8
I'm not a fan of JoJo. I think JoJo is kind of a shit anime. The manga is apparently much better, but the anime is pretty shit. It's just a meme to be able to get other people to watch a bunch of overly masculine and then incredibly feminine men get in fights and scream at each other. It's pretty much what it is. It's like pseudo homoerotica.
It's Dragon Ball Z with more. What's the word I'm looking for? Culture.
Yeah, that's a word for it. Yeah, I guess. Part 7 was supposed to be a different series. Yeah, but then Araki was like, but what if we put stands in it? Like,
basically.
Like,
but wait.
And what if I make everyone have the same name and look the same? It's just like, don't get me wrong, I get it. Of the time, like, characters were meant to be like, I'm this big fucking burly fucker, right? Like, look at Berserk, look at Dragon Ball, look at literally anything from that time. If it wasn't like mecha anime, yeah, if it wasn't mecha anime, it was burly ass men. All right, which I get. And then, you know, he wanted to be different. So in about, what was it, like the 90s, early 2000s, when he started writing like the other parts where it's like these skinny little pretty boys that I could probably beat up, and I'm really not that big of a
I mean,
guy.
part
like,
4 and onwards is basically that.
Yeah, and it's just like, I don't, like, I get it. You can just change the design. Completely get it. Things can be entertaining. If you turn off your brain, JoJo can be good. But if you use your brain, it's not good. Like, especially when you think about ways that they could have solved things much easier, and the fact that somehow, some way, Jotaro, the guy that can literally stop time, got shot by a rat. Whereas in the first scene that we ever see him in, before he even realizes what his stand is, it catches a bullet from point blank range. But somehow, he gets shot by a rat. Makes absolutely no sense. Prince tried to sue him over Josuke's likeness to him. I mean, I would be more concerned about a lot of other characters before Josuke. Considering that Josuke is not based off Prince. Like, he has a similar... No, he doesn't have anything similar to Prince. Are you thinking part 5? Because it's purple with like with Giorno.
Yeah.
Really
But Josuke just looks like a standard gangster from Japan. Like,
That's the pompadour and everything.
Yeah, well, it's not a pompadour. I mean,
Well, whatever.
yeah, because Josuke looks nothing like Prince. I mean, he literally is based off of like Japanese street gang members. Whereas Giorno is the one wearing all the purple with like the lapels and the like, oh, I'm better than you, type bullshit. Mind you, he's part Dio, so I mean, it makes sense. But I mean, whatever. Prince is dead now, anyways, so I guess you can't sue him. Nacho's just vibing, man. He's just like, I don't even listen to you guys no more.
No, realistically, I'm just like, I need to watch this now.
No, trust me, you do not. It's JoJo. You don't need to watch it. Like, watch some like cultured stuff like Redo of Healer. I mean, no.
Oh my god. Yeah, dude.
Okay, even Nacho knows what it is. That's how. Yep. Okay.
Yep.
I think a new episode's out today, actually, isn't it?
Thursdays. So there should be a new one out.
No, okay, then I've already seen that one. He was based off of one special outfit from Prince. He's wearing a school uniform. I'm guarantee you're talking about Giorno, not Josuke, because Josuke is literally in a school uniform and has a Japanese like street gang haircut, whereas Giorno is the one wearing purple with like the big lapels on the sides and.
Oh no. Okay, hang on. Trash, you want to post something in that thing I was talking about?
Yeah, okay.
Oh, yep,
Oh, are you fucking kidding me?
yep, there it is.
Okay, I get it. I see what you're saying now. I completely get it. Doesn't change the fact that he's actually still just wearing a school uniform.
Yeah, I mean,
Like that, yeah, Prince would be incredibly small brain if he thought that. Okay, no, you're right. So, Robin, you're right. But
to be fair,
that's
there's
still
also this,
stupid.
though. Like,
yeah, but I mean, that's just. I mean, okay. Araki did base almost every single thing in JoJo off of like music.
he did.
Like, yeah. I would see that as closer. So what he just showed me was what's his name? Bucharity?
Charity, yeah.
Yeah. His outfit matches one of Prince's outfits. And his hair was almost the exact same in that scene.
Oh, it's almost dead on.
Yeah. He didn't win the case, but an attempt was made. Well, yeah, but I mean, Prince also tried changing his name to a symbol. So, like, can you really think the guy would be smart? Like, hey, what's up, Vex? You sitting here sleeping? How was work?
A wild rail appears.
Rel. Oh, was Gucci, brother?
Me all along.
Was you all along?
There it is.
This man's here spending enough money to buy like 8 video games on like Phantasy Star Online. He literally, what was it, like 4 in the morning, I think. Hold on, let me check this. No, 3:30 in the morning, messages me. This outfit cost me the same as no less than 4 AAA video games. Please shame me for my poor financial decisions. I replied with, bro, why? In all caps, with a lot of exclamation marks and question marks. He replied with, it looks nice. And I'm gonna be honest, he right. But for about 200 bucks, like, not worth
that outfit.
this man's.
Also, bear in mind that when I sent that at 4 a.m., I should have been asleep for work. It was a goddamn miracle I didn't have to go in today.
Oh man, best JoJo character is Speedwagon. I really hope that's a meme, because Speedwagon got like no character development whatsoever, and literally was just like, "Hey, I'm going to be the random reason that you have everything from now on. I'm a plot device." He's not that good of a character.
Speedwagon best girl.
I got 10 minutes and I'm out. Nice. So Rel, did you just like hear us bitching about JoJo and decide to join?
No, I actually saw you were in a VC and then immediately looked to see if you were streaming and then joined the VC because no one else was on.
Okay, hold up. You saw us all sitting in the streaming voice channel that says streaming and has the big red circle next to it. Noticed on the top right that I have the little purple triangle saying that I'm streaming.
Yes.
And then we're wondering if I was streaming. In the streaming channel with the streaming icon next to my name.
My eyes didn't look what VC you were in. My eyes looked at the people in there.
Same people every Saturday, you know?
Oh, it's probably fair, yeah.
Yep.
You're like, good thing I knew it was Saturday, yup. Oh, man. You can get a Gucci Giorno outfit? I mean, I would rather just not. What the fuck is a sympathy troll? See, I love that so many people ask that. Also, welcome to the stream, Prostate Fondler. I hope you enjoy your stay. So, a sympathy troll is someone that comes into your chat and says, I'm having a bad day, or, oh, something happened, or like, give me attention so I can take away from the stream. And it's just like, yeah, you can fuck off. If someone's in my community and they're having a bad day, that's different. But if it's some random person that I've never met before, and they just come into the stream, they're like, hey, my dog died today. I just wanted to get, you know, distracted, and I hopped up into your stream. And it's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna neglect the fact that you mentioned your dog died and say welcome to the stream. And if you keep trying to bring up your dog, there's the fucking door. And
My dog died.
give him a nice little boot. You know,
He was drafted.
I'll give, yeah, attention whoring. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, sympathy troll generally gets an attention though, and they're like, what the fuck is a sympathy troll? And then we have a little bit of conversation. We go, hey, nice username. I enjoy you. You know, I too enjoy a little bit of fondling upon the prostate. So I mean, we might be able to link up later and we can figure something out. I saw Getter's I saw Getter's fucking thing light up for a sec on Discord and then go like oh man. It was like
I
he
almost
wanted to say
had a
something
comment.
and then didn't.
I almost.
Yeah, it was like that. I heard the inhale. Some people just laughed at my username on this stream I watched. I'm literally crying right now. Oh no. The
There I go
sympathy.
again, doing it
I must
again.
give it. I must give the sympathy to the prostate fondler.
You're killing me.
I mean, it'd be what it be. I mean, I could do it as Sonic the Hedgehog. I mean,
Oh Jesus! Don't do that. I'll fucking die.
Die
I
quietly.
really want to show the video of like Keter dying every time that he says that he feels like he's gonna die. I literally
Oh
have
my
a video of him like
That was.
he was very high. I think he drank a lot.
I was
And
cross
he had his
that
voice, yeah, he had his voice changer on, and his avatar literally folded into itself in VR chat. The only reason I'm not going to do it is because I'd have to figure out the audio levels for shit. And you know what? I might be able to. I'd also have to find it first, but I'm pretty sure I know where it is. I think it's around here. Oh god. Okay. Here. Ouch. That fucking hurt. Oh. I mean the Sonic voice? Oh no, I'm good. Alright, let's see if I can get this onto here. And we will do I think I can do display capture. Yeah, that should be this one. All right, yeah. Now I need to check and see if the audio plays, so which would be this.
Oh Christ.
Yeah, okay. So the audio does play. I don't know how loud this is gonna be, so I'm sorry if it's very loud for you guys. Okay, but just enjoy him dying.
What no shit.
Voice mask is even better.
I have the stream audio off. I'll take your word for it.
Well, the laugh is the best part. So. I was showing him the video I was making at the time.
Oh yeah, he was deader. Oh, my shit's broken. Cool. There we go. Okay.
Okay, where is when it goes silent?
That laugh though.
Oh, it gets better.
Yeah, that's what we should probably call somebody. Oh, it's more terrifying when you look at it, though. Just don't look at it.
The avatar's not making it any better.
Oh no, it's definitely scary, but it's also really funny. But yeah, that was the thing that happened back then. It was kind of humorous, if you ask me.
Yeah, that was a night.
I was that was when I was making my globals video, and I was showing him it, and he was just not prepared.
No.
For anyone that doesn't know, it's on my YouTube. It's not good, but it's entertaining at the very least. Like, it's really annoying after a little bit. But he thought it was humorous, and he nearly died. So I mean, might be worth looking at. And I'm not gonna do the Sonic voice unless there's like a real need for it. But yeah, alright. So we should probably find some other spooky, scary stories to talk about rather than just like, you know, having like a random chat like what we've been doing. Talking about JoJo with Dragon Ball and Zelda and time travel and various other random things.
I'm interested in the Sonic voice. I heard about this.
Rel, you've heard my Sonic voice enough. Shut the fuck up.
Have him narrate that one picture in Discord.
I'm not doing it again. Fuck you. Watch the VOD. Like, oh man.
I'm allergic to VOD.
I don't know what to tell you then, homie. Like,
Sad.
I guess it's just your time to die then, man. Time to commit Sudoku. Make it honorable.
Hang on, where's my samurai sword letter opener? I know it's around here. Oh, shit.
A letter opener grabs out a blade this big, you know? Like, might as well just grab a toothpick at that point. Alright. Well, does anyone in chat, because I know there's a decent amount of you lurking, any of you have any entertaining stories that you'd like to share? Any encounters with, say, aliens, ghosts, demons, Bigfoot, a flesh gate? You know, who knows? Like some form of cryptid of another kind. You know, like a goat man, skinwalker, or wendigo. We don't want to hear about that one, actually.
That's a real cryptid right there.
Yeah, that's man.
Cryptic metaphor.
This one time I took a shit and then I saw Mr. Hanky coming out and I was like, no, flush. There's a cryptid I didn't want to deal with that day. I think that's his name, right? Yeah, Mr. Hanky, that's the toilet poop.
Yeah, Christmas poo.
Yeah, that's what it is, Christmas poop, yeah. I'm not...
He loves me and he loves you.
I've never really been too big of a fan of South Park. I have nothing against it, I just didn't watch it. So, I want to eventually sit down and watch all of it, but that'll be like a 2-week-long journey. So, and that's if I don't take breaks. Creepy old men at the gym is worse than any ghost I've ever possibly encountered. Facts. I live in England. The scariest thing that happens here is the sun coming out. That is also facts. Enjoy your overcast. Trying to think if there's been anything like recently, because I don't want to like tell the same story of like every week about like the thing that's been following me since I was a kid.
You haven't seen Buddy recently?
I actually haven't seen him in a little bit. No idea what happened to him. Which is kind of concerning. Like, I'm sure if I needed him, like, he'd show up type idea, but yeah, I haven't seen him in about a week. So, it's more of like, I'd have to like put out the energy to try and like draw him in type thing. But, I don't know, I feel like, so it's really weird. I've shown you guys like the blood rune that I made. Ever since I made that, it's really weird, because I know I did it right. I mean, I haven't added more energies to it or nothing like that. And this is, we're getting into like, spiritual stuff now, for those that are interested in hearing it. I am a practicing, I don't really know what I'm considered because I'm my own thing. So, I mean, I could call myself whatever the fuck I wanted. I could be a warlock.
You're a bud.
You're the IT guy. Calling you the IT guy.
You're the IT guy. I am the IT guy of all supernatural phenomena. No, like, so pretty much I picked up a lot of different religious stuff from a bunch of different things. I'm part native, so I've got an interest in native things. My main focus has been native and practicing vampiric, so that's why I have a blood rune. Vampiric was the thing I learned the most about, along with lycanthropy. I know a decent amount about like all forms of standard religions, such as like Judaism, Catholicism, Christianity, all of that shit. I know the majority of all that stuff, and I take bits and pieces from everything, and I put it together with my own understanding. And I've always healed incredibly quickly. But since I made that blood rune, I haven't been healing much at all. Which is kind of concerning, because like I've got like a little scuff on my arm, like right here that you can hardly see, but yeah, there's like a little scuff there on my arm. There's another little one on this arm, and I've had a broken foot for the past like what 3 weeks. But I've also got like these cuts that are on my feet, which are just from like blood blisters from wearing the wrong type of shoes, and those haven't healed either. And literally not even a week before, I made that blood rune, and I haven't been healing properly since. And I'm like, okay, I know I did it right, because nothing I did, well, number one, it's not the first blood rune I've made. Number two, nothing I did takes away from my own energies. It was protective stuff, not healing. So that makes no sense. So I've got no idea why I'm not healing. The only thing that is different is like the cute witch girl, you know, the one that I was, you know, I guess not in a relationship, but I was dating. I haven't spoken to her in a little bit, so that's the only difference in my life, is I haven't had her around. And I don't think that she would just put a hex on me or something like that, because that would be fucked up, and I don't think we ended on bad terms. It's just something must have happened, and I mean, she wouldn't just ghost me for no reason, right? I know her well, like better than that at this point. So she definitely didn't just ghost me because she felt like ghosting me. There's probably a good reason for it. So other than that, I've just been like feeling like something's been off for the past little while, and Buddy hasn't been around for like a week. So did he run across rooftops like the imaginary ninjas when you're in a car? I mean, technically, but no. Like,
it's that awkward moment when the imaginary ninja comes to life.
See, I never had a ninja when I was a kid. It was always like a Tony Hawk character, like from like the video games. It was always on a skateboard. But I know exactly what you're talking about. Where they're like, I'm up on the lines. Oh, now he's on the roof. Now he's on that fence. You know, now he bounced off that car. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. No, he's oh, I've got my sketchbook right here. I could show it again. I think I showed it last week as well, though. But you know, whatever. This is very similar to how he looked. So, my drawing's a little bit off. His head, on the back there, it was a little bit more sloped in, so it was like smaller. He had a little bit more of a hunch. His shoulders were kind of broad, and his skin was like elephant skin. He has two designs on either side of him, which is which is this design. He has that mirrored on either side of him. Fun fact, I actually have that design on my new model that I'm having for my streams and shit, like my new character design. So, but yeah, he's I started calling him Buddy rather than just saying that thing that's been following me. So, you did meet, yeah. So, I haven't seen him for like a week, but generally he's always around. So, but yeah, it's been weird not being able to heal quick. Like, oh, as you can see, I got like a little like mark on my forehead right here. This should have healed by now. Like normally, like something like that would heal within a day, and it's just like, what the fuck. So never figured out what he was. I'm not even concerned about figuring out what he is at this point. He's there. That's all that matters.
He's been around long enough.
Yeah, like at this point, yeah, we're buddies. That's why I call him Buddy. But no, like I've almost entirely stopped healing. Like it's a little concerning, but it has nothing. It couldn't possibly have anything to do with that room, because it's not like there was anything wrong with what I did. I know what I was doing, so I don't know. Maybe I need to go and chill in a forest and ask like the spirits of the forest to help me or some shit. Like that's not actually a part of my practice, by the way. I know the forest is alive and I can like connect to a forest, but I don't think there's like a spirit per forest, unless it's like there's a difference of things. Like there's native spirits, but they aren't like a spirit of the forest. It's more of like, yeah, I fucking live here, what's up. So you know, like there's a bit of a difference there. This is a really weird ad. Okay, glad that you guys didn't hear that. That was whack. Talking about anesthesia now. What the fuck is happening in this ad? But yeah, so I'm a little bit concerned that I'm not healing, considering that I normally heal. Well, lip piercings are supposed to take anywhere from like 2 to 6 months to heal. Mine healed in 2 weeks. So if that says anything about how quick I normally heal. And I mean, like, mine were completely healed, as if like they were been there for like years. So I don't know, but since that's been made, that's the only thing that I could think of, other than the fact that I haven't been seeing Q Witch grow. That's all. So I don't know. Shit whack. And I don't think either of those things would cause me to have the problems I'm having right now with like healing. So, but there's been like a weird vibe that I've been feeling, like what I was saying earlier in the stream. Like there's something's felt off for a little while. I don't know what it is. Healing. Hey, what's up, Yandere? You done lurking now? You just actually gonna chill? But yeah, it's, I don't know, kind of whack in a way. Like it's throws me off, you know, not being at like 100%. And it's like, if I hurt myself, I'm actually gonna hurt myself. Like, goddamn.
The pizza's here. I'll be back.
All right, man. You have fun. Grab your pizza. No, I just sit there and I'm like, something's off. You know, like my body feels wrong. Something feels wrong. I don't know how to fix it. Maybe I'll need to go and do a different type of meditation. Maybe I'll need to make a different type of rune that'll help. Maybe I'll need to get like a fire gem and do it. Beat yourself to fix it. I don't think that's quite how spiritual things work, but I'll keep it in mind as a back thought. You know, like,
I mean,
it'll be there.
Never know.
Nacho, I beat myself every night. It hasn't helped yet. Yeah, right. Wait.
Don't overthink it.
Yeah. Or do. Up to you.
I mean, yeah. There you go. Visual.
Is that why you send me
Google
those
search
voice
my old
notes
username.
after the fact every morning at like 4 in the morning?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Neither confirm nor deny.
No one ever does. Don't worry about it.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. I don't know. Nyandere, do you have any encounters with the supernatural, or aliens, or cryptids, or Bigfoot, or, you know, anything like that? I am interested in this stuff, but also I do not comprehend any of it. So a lot of it is like, I don't want to phrase it. Like, it's forms of witchcraft, spirituality, and a connection of like the land for a lot of people. To some people, like, God is this all-powerful being. To other people, God is the universe. To other people, God is Mother Earth itself, right? And none of those are technically wrong, because in a way, science can prove them all to be right and wrong. It's just like, I don't know, the easiest way I can put it is, I can argue that your religion is 100% like your God is real, and I can also argue that your God isn't real using the same science. Like, if you think that God is this all-powerful being in the sky that created everything, he's a fourth dimensional being. Simple as that. Right? Easy enough to explain it that way, right? I mean, if you can draw on a piece of paper a stick man, or you do an animation on a computer, you made a two-dimensional being. Its concept of life is different, but technically you created life. You moved something. It is now there in existence, right? And then I don't even know how to concept a one-dimensional being, but I'm sure it's doable, you know? So left and right, it has, yes, like, it's there, you know, nothing else. But like, use that same science to say, like, well, we've been out this far, so there's clearly no God, right? But then it's also, we've been out this far, so clearly there's something external of what we can't see, so it would be a fourth dimensional being, right? It's just confusing. So my belief has always been more on like a Mother Nature kind of thing. I've always been more in tune with nature. I've always been in tune with like supernatural stuff. I'm like a magnet to it because I've always been around it, right? I was raised in a haunted house. I've had a connection to so many people that are into different practices. I've done what I can to learn. I'm part native. There's a lot of stuff that I was just like, you know what, this is something I want to be a part of, you know? So I ended up connecting to it all, and I got really into it, and because of that, I kind of became a magnet to stuff, and that's why I have so many encounters, because I actively seek it out, right? Like, think about it this way. How many people get hit by a car in a day? Lots of people. How many times have you been hit by a car? Hopefully not more than once, you know? But if you're actively jumping in front of cars, you're gonna get hit, you know? So people are like, how have you had so many encounters? Well, I'm actively jumping in front of this proverbial car, you know, like, hoping to get hit. So, I'm afraid of the dark, so I don't know. The only thing that comes to mind was when I was a child, I took the wrong meds and hallucinated bugs all over my bathroom floor, but that's not very supernatural. I mean, that is creepy, though. I wouldn't want to do that. I mean, no thank you. It probably has something to do with being a white British. I mean, it's maybe, I don't know, like, there's a lot to supernatural stuff and paranormal things, and then also taking religious practices of different kinds into it. I mean, like, there's African tribes that call, I think it's in Ethiopia, but I could be wrong. There's a type of practicing Judaism there, where they're like witches, I guess, according to their culture, or like they're banished because of it, and they're called Buddha. Not like Buddha as in like sitting there all jolly and happy, but like it's like Buddha or some shit. I don't know enough about it. I can't actively speak on that. I know next to nothing about African culture. I just know that's also a thing, right? So different parts of the world practicing the same thing actually practice different things, but it's got the same name, you know? So like, what's to say that Christianity over in England is the same as it is in America as it is to Australia, right? I mean, people that are in churches across the street from each other can't agree on things, and they're both calling themselves Christian, right? Or they're both calling themselves a form of like Catholicism, or Catholic, sorry, not Catholicism, different types of Catholic or whatever, right? Presbyterian or some shit, I don't fucking know. Everyone's got some weird name now. But like, there's so much reach on so many different things, and me personally, I've always been in tune with nature. I've always been in tune with, there's a different, I want to say, like, not reality, like a different plane that we aren't fully in control of or able to connect with, but it's there, and you can kind of interact with it. So there's different ways of getting connected to it. Oh no, Christianity here is weird. Christianity everywhere is weird. It's just like every other religion. It's weird. I mean, yeah, you want to really blow someone's mind. If someone ever gets mad about like women that are like Islamic or whatever wearing a hijab and saying that it's a safety thing that they need to take it off, literally every single religion that practices believing in a god wears a hijab of some kind. Even like Christians or Catholics or whatever, nuns wear a fucking hijab. All right, it's just got a different name, you know. Like, there's so many different ones, so like that's just one thing. No, Catholicism works, and very hypocritical. I mean, every religion works to some degree. Every practice works to some degree. Whatever makes you the best person that you can be is what you need. All right, like, I'm not gonna take a book that tells me there's a god in the sky as proof that there's a god in the sky. Otherwise, my comic book that says Spider-Man is there proves that Spider-Man is there. All right. What I feel and what I interact with in the world is what I feel. Like, that is what I believe is real. If it makes me a better person to believe that, you know, and I don't mean better as in like I'm better than you. No, I mean better as in like I'm kinder, I'm more caring, I'm more willing to help others, right? Because of my belief system, then yes, believe that. But if your belief system is teaching you to be hateful or spiteful or angry with others, probably not the best belief system, right? And I mean, every religion and every practice has its faults of, you know, demonizing something, right? But nobody is perfect. No one's gonna believe that what they're doing is wrong because they're clearly doing it for a reason. But there's So long as you're not being a dick to somebody else, I don't care what you practice. If you start being a dick, I'll start being a dick to you because, well, I have no self-control when it comes to someone being an asshole. I'll be right back. I can usually dish it out 10 times worse. But, no, a lot of religions are very hypocritical. I'm not gonna fight morals, but a lot of the time its interpretations are very biased. Our interpretations. We are between Catholicism and Protestantism, I remember correctly. There's a lot. Like, there's a lot that you could get into with religious talk. My main takeaway is if you can become a better person because of it and become less hateful, take that part. Because, like, one of my major reasons why I don't believe there is a God, or if there is, he's not what everyone thinks, is the fact that there are children dying of cancer and so many other different things, and then there's people that rape and murder and steal and do terrible things like torture to someone. Like, they'll kidnap them for like their entire life, right, and like treat them like an animal. There's terrible people out there and they're not being punished, but these children that haven't even lived life yet are being punished for no reason. That's my only belief, that if there is a God, he's not a nice guy. And that is one of the things that I took away from it, right? And there's nothing to say that anyone's God is bad. It's just my belief why I don't believe in a particular type of God, right? I believe Mother Nature is her own form of God, right? Like, I believe that there's many different types of gods. There's different types of spirits, different energies. So a lot of my practice is based off of moving those energies and controlling them in such a way that it's helpful. And that's why I don't put down other people's religion. Like, I can sit there and have, again, the discussion of proving like, someone's God is real. I can also prove that it isn't. And if they are real, what I just said, right? Like, I don't ever get upset with someone because of their religious belief until they start putting down someone because of theirs, right? And I honestly think that's very stupid, because most religions teach you to love one another. And if you miss that core belief system of it, then you're kind of missing the point of religion. It's supposed to bring community together, not fight. But I personally take little bits and pieces from everything, because obviously I wasn't there when a lot of shit was formed. But you can have a connection from things like understanding in, again, like Christianity, Catholicism, and Judaism and whatnot. Silver keeps away demonic things, right? Keeps away bad entities. I wear 2 silver rings on this hand. I mean, they're under the glove, but like, you know, I wear 2 silver rings because of that. But that's based off my practice more so, because I take bits and pieces from everything. I also like use a lot of, I have a connection, like more of a connection with nature. Like, there's a particular forest where I learned a lot of my belief system, where I meditated the most, where I learned and studied a lot of things. All this talk about religion made my foot fall asleep shaking my head. Well, it's not about religion, it's about belief systems. Religions are just a part of belief systems. So where I went to this forest, and it was where I learned everything, you know, I got little bits and pieces of so many different things, right? Like, I've got stuff from native culture, I've got stuff from vampiric, I've got stuff from different forms of Satanism, I've gotten things from Christianity, I've gotten things from Judaism, I've gotten things from Buddhism, Taoism, literally everything. I want to grab as much information as I can and make my own decisions and formulate my own understanding based off of all the information available to me, of which seems like the smart decision to me. Why would I believe one thing that one person older than me taught me when I was a kid rather than trying to learn on my own? You know, I was raised non-religious, and technically, in a way, I have my own religion now, right? Though I wouldn't call it that, just a belief system. So, like, I take little bits and pieces from everything, and silver doesn't need to be pure silver. It works for what I use it for, right? The river stones I got, those are from that same forest that I learned everything, right? Those runes, I learned that from practicing vampiric. Nordic runes, anyone can learn Nordic runes. You don't need to be specialized in anything to learn Nordic runes. They're literally just letters. They're just old letters. They have certain meanings, that is all. Whether or not they work, up to your belief, right? I'd rather have it and it not work, rather than not have it and need it and it does work. You know, like, it's just one of those things. Also, I'm sorry, I've been talking for so long. Everyone in voice call just kind of muted themselves or just kind of sat there patiently.
I am listening in.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've been talking the whole time.
Fucking Ketter, I saw you muted. Shut the fuck up.
And you failed.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't even know where the mute button is.
Okay.
Lies.
Silver looks nice too, so it works out, I guess. Well, silver, obviously, yeah, it does look good. And I do like the color silver, so it works out. But you know what I'm getting at, right? Like, it has a repellent and a protective energy to it from, like, demonic entities. Kind of a useful thing if you constantly attract shit like that, you know? So that's why. And then also knowing how to enchant things, talking with people that are different forms of practicing pagan, whether that be Wiccan, Electic, anything like that. There's so many different things. Like, if you're able to, find someone that's like actual Satanist, not like we believe that Satan is the good guy, which technically he is, but like an actual practicing Satanist, like someone that follows the Satanist Bible, not like a devil worshiper. There's a big difference, because Satanism has nothing to do with Satan. One of its commandments is do not rape, so if that says anything, because in the Christian Bible it literally says that if you rape a woman, she's your property. It's the Old Testament, but it's in there. So I mean, it kind of puts you where your moral stands. Speak like you're gonna pimp slap a demon. Bitch, I might. I don't think twice about it. I don't have a flight response when it comes to shit like that. When it comes to like real people, I do have fight or flight. When it comes to like supernatural stuff, I'm a lot more in control. So I can't easily access. Oh wait, I don't even have that anymore. I had a necklace that had a bunch of enchanted charms, and then it had rubies on the bottom of it on a pentagram, and that was something that I built myself, and I worked really hard on it, and then I just stopped wearing it one day and just haven't put it on since. And that was, I want to say, about 7 years ago. But I gave it to Cute Witch Girl a little while back. But no, like my middle finger ring, it is enchanted with a I call it my fuck you spell, even though it's not really a spell. It's more of like a repellent of like keeping things away from you, with like about 5 feet. And then the pinky ring is, rather than pushing things away, it's more of not letting things touch, which sounds like a weird way of saying it, but imagine just kind of poking someone with a stick, as opposed to, or no, better, rather than poking someone with a stick, having a shield and pushing someone away with a shield, as opposed to wearing armor. All right, they both protect you, they're just different ways. And the pinky ring is like, things can't quite physically touch me, like there's like a little barrier of it. So, oh, I can get pimp slapped. Oh my god, Vex. You had to ruin my whole like belief system talk with being a hoe, don't you? Like, fuck.
Ask and you shall receive, maybe.
She's in California, man. I'm on literally the opposite side of the continent, in a different country.
That's
not tomorrow, not
long
today.
ass slap.
That's a very long fucking walk to slap. All right, like I'm literally in a different country on a different side of the continent. Hey, what's up, Megan? How you doing? We're just talking about spiritual stuff at the moment. We just finished talking about stupid anime stuff because we always end up on some kind of tangent.
Yep.
But no, we were just talking about like belief systems, religion, and supernatural stuff that's connected to it. So, yeah. But hopefully you're having a great day. I need to start encouraging my chat to talk to new viewers more and just be like, hey, you guys can say hi to them too, because just what if I miss it, you know? Some people, they just want to leave if they don't get a hello right away, so maybe some of y'all motherfuckers should start saying hi to chat as well.
I
give myself a
tried.
buzz cut and I like it. Nice. Well, I'm glad that you enjoy it. You know, look at you having your nice hair, and look at my hair just kind of doing its thing right now, man. It's just you just go like that and be like, all right, now I kind of look a little bit more like I'm in a boy band, right? What you think? Nah.
You would.
Yeah, I mean, I I did, you know, like.
True.
So, any of you guys have any input on anything like that? I don't know entirely what you guys' belief systems are, so still want to share.
Non-existent.
Non-existent. So you don't believe in a god. You don't believe in like some type of like higher power. You don't believe in like Earth having its own energies. You don't believe in ghosts.
Eh.
You literally do ghost hunting.
Yeah.
And you don't believe there's ghosts.
Yeah.
My mans.
Well, don't know until you try.
You know what? It's always good to be a passionate skeptic.
I don't know about passionate. I'm more half-assed. See, I like to set below average standards and consistently fail to achieve them.
Bro, like, I generally set the bar pretty low for people liking me. That way when I supersede it, it's pretty good. But when you just set it like that, fuck. And it's about your own ghost hunting. And you're like, I don't even believe ghosts are real. It's just gonna be something to do on the weekend. But I mean, I've talked with them, but I don't know.
No, I mean, it's until I truly have like, you know, personal encounter and everything else. Right now, it's kind of subject. So
you literally talked with one about liking the renovations on the home that you made, and they said no.
yeah, but that was with a. So depending on who you ask and stuff like that, some people are very skeptical about using that method for asking questions. So yeah.
Fair, but still, like.
Hello. Until I get more concrete evidence, I need more.
I mean, all you gotta do is spend a weekend with me and we can go hunt, and then we'll find shit.
Lo and behold, run into Buddy, be like, "What the fuck is this?"
Like, because if
hey,
Buddy's around, then nothing will come by.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, hell, if Buddy's there, then that's close enough.
I don't know if you'd be able to like see him though. It all depends on like, cause I don't even know how that works, right? Because there's been plenty of people that can't see him, and there's plenty of people that have been able to see him. So, but I'm always able to see him, so I don't know how that works.
Well, I think that's the downside of me is like, I've been around plenty of people have had their own experiences and everything else where I'm relatively within close proximity and I get nothing. So I don't know if I'm just spiritually dense or what the fuck the case is. So it's kind of
Hate
frustrating.
to break it to you, it's not just spiritually.
Yeah, well, all the above.
I don't give a fuck.
Fantastic. Wow.
The fuck, bro?
What's up?
What you say?
Squirrel Master out of left field.
What? Also, the downside is I have a cold head when I go outside. Yo, I relate to that. My hair used to come halfway down my back, and now I'm like, shit. Mind you, it's been years, but like, I still like my head gets cold, and I'm like, every time I buzz all this and like buzz it back and do all that and trim this down, I'm like, I'll go freeze to death, man. Oh boy. I don't know. Ketter, what's your belief system? Because you've seen shadow people, you've seen aliens. You're willing to shoot Bigfoot.
I'm willing to shoot anything that's a threat to me.
I've seen the size of the guns you've got. It doesn't even need to be a threat. It just needs to be like,
it's within range.
What if I could blow that up? Like, go ahead, tell me the 50 cal won't blow shit up. It will put a hole in the side of a tank. Like,
the worst part is I run it with extreme penetrator jacketed hollow points too. So there's not much it won't stop, including a car engine.
Yeah, I would say that is probably the way to take down Bigfoot. Like,
There's not much left of Bigfoot at that point.
When you make him look like he just got like special beam cannoned through the chest, I think you got him.
I would hope. I would hope.
Oh, that'd be even more terrifying if it didn't stop him. He just comes running at you like the guy from Kung Pao. He just pulls out his stomach on a chain, starts swinging it at you. You know, like
Exactly. That's a terrifying prospect for any living thing. Holy shit.
Especially a Bigfoot. They stand about like 7+ feet.
Yeah. Yeah.
No thanks. That's when you fire at the head.
Yeah.
Hope for the best.
I mean, center mass, and then if that doesn't work, headshot and
I
pray.
must say, do the El Presidente drill. 2 to the chest, 1 to the head.
Exactly. Triple tap.
That's called
You
the-
gotta be sure.
Wait, isn't that the Mozambique drill?
We always called it El Presidente whenever I was at the range.
Huh. I wonder if Ghost is
mean,
Yo, is that the Von Heiliger? My boy? I know it's Heiliger. He's online? I'm just gonna like message him and see if he wants to join.
Do it.
I don't remember the last time that I've seen him online on Discord. Oh shit. Normally it just stays as offline. Let's see if he ends up replying, because if he does, that'd be insane. I haven't talked to him in a while. I haven't seen him around. But yeah, Keter, I feel like you're one of the few people that if I were to go out into like the woods at night, I wouldn't be afraid knowing the type of guns that you would bring. Because like most people like, I brought like my hunting rifle, I brought my 22, and then you're sitting there like, you want the big one or the bigger one? Like, just be like,
Do you want me to bring the armor piercing rounds, or do you think the armor piercing incendiary is better?
We definitely. I mean, whatever we. I don't know if I want a flaming Bigfoot running at me, but I mean,
Yes. Be like Richard Pryor.
I just think that it would be. Well, I wouldn't be afraid of a bear. Let's just say that, because I'd be afraid of like accidentally misfiring near my own head, like. And I don't mean aiming at my head. I just mean it deafening me for the rest of my life.
With the Beowulf, it probably would rupture your eardrum if you had your head right next to the.
Yeah,
to the
I have
muzzle
sensitive
brake.
hearing, so it's gonna fuck up my ears either way. But yeah.
Ear pro.
Do you want me to bring the war crime? With Geneva, I'm breaking your conventions. Like, you know, like time to
I
die.
can only commit war crimes if we're at war in an at-war state and I'm shooting a civilian. I'm not in the military.
So it's just a normal crime. No.
It's just a crime at that point.
Oh man.
Yeah, I feel bad if anyone ever decides to break into my home. There
won't be much of a person left. It would be like, who's got a mop?
So I should tell you that when we were out in the woods the other 2 weekends ago, last weekend, I don't even fucking know. Everything's a blur at this point.
What is time? Thank you, COVID. You know.
I brought my Beowulf, and I was doing some target practice because it's been shooting a little bit low, so I need to readjust the red dot on it.
Yeah.
But I had, just a target tacked onto a piece of plywood leaning up against a plastic culvert that is going to be eventually part of a well system that we're going to put in at one of the camps. My dad's like, yeah, shoot right through it. I'm going to have to drill holes in the damn thing anyways. This will make it easier for me. And I'm like, okay. Well, no, the culvert is all right, mostly. except for the part where when the expansion started to happen on these 50 cal jacketed jacketed hollow point extreme penetrator rounds, it went from putting, you know, a dime-sized hole into the culvert. The exit wound was more akin to like a, you know, a silver dollar sized hole. So, yeah, that was impressive.
Yeah, that's a little different. Yeah, I was gonna say that's a little impressive. Oh man.
Dragon's Breath shotgun. I mean,
I don't know what that is.
to be fair, shotgun loads that I run for defense are either going to be carrying a 1 ounce slug and a magnum shell, or a you know, number 4 buckshot, or a double aught buckshot.
So Dragon's Breath shotgun round is pretty much like a flamethrower round.
I'm familiar.
I'm not. So he's explaining for me. I live in Canada.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
I don't get any of this shit.
I forgot.
Yeah, we don't know a lot about guns over here. Like, if you want to go hunting, it's easy enough to get a rifle, provided you can prove that you'll hunt with it. Because technically, I could just go. So I know that a while back, Ketter, you, me, and my buddy Frostbite were all talking about guns, and we were telling you the pricing of guns here, and you were like, "How the fuck?" Because it's like not even like a quarter of the price. The reason is because it's really hard to get them, but you can buy them pretty cheap here. You just can't bring them over the border. So, not normally. Yeah, not normally. There are certain exceptions, but I don't know how to do that. I just know that I know people that have done it. But yeah, like most people here don't know much about guns unless they learn it from like a video game. Like most of people's knowledge is from playing Call of Duty when it comes to like guns here in Canada. Other than if you are an actual hunter, in which case hunting is very big here. Not as big as like say fishing for a lot of people, but like hunting is still pretty big. Can you get lever action rifles? I know we can get bolt action. I don't see why not. Again, I don't know a whole lot about guns. My buddy Frost knew a lot more than I did, when we were talking about it. But yeah, new setup. Technically it's still the same setup. I'm just, you know, move things around. Still living at my parents', still in the same basement. I just, you know, moved this cube shelf from over there to over here. Gives me less room, but I've got more shelf space. I got more table space over there, and I can put a lava lamp in the background. Yeah. On that, nope, still same shitty setup I got. Yeah, you guys were saying, sorry. Not Joe and Ketter, you guys were talking about guns.
I mean, to be fair, probably one of the next guns I'm going to be buying is a lever action. It's called a 4570. It's a big bore rifle. A lot of stopping power.
I mean, I'm sure you'll send me pictures of it later. When
yes, I definitely
you'll be like, look at this, it's my new toy.
And on my to buy list is also a 50 BMG at some point, but that's more expensive and down the road eventually.
For a second there, I heard BFG and I was like, those are real? And then I was like, no, I said M.
Yes, Browning machine gun.
Those would be awesome. Actually,
that would definitely fuck up Bigfoot.
Yeah, and then some, and everything in the surrounding area.
Yeah,
pretty much. Goodbye, nature. How to make a clearing for your campsite.
Pretty much. And have firewood.
Yeah.
But I think one of my goals in order to get a hold of would be the SP5. They're very hard to come by. But essentially the SP5 is the civilian version of an MP5 made by H&K.
Yes.
I know what an MP5 is.
Yes.
I've seen that in a video game before.
This is the exact same thing as that, just not fully auto. It's semi-auto, and civilians can get their hands on it. So they usually run around 3,500, but the biggest downside with those is even if it looks exactly like an MP5, whether it's made by H&K themselves or if it's a clone or a knockoff. Regardless, once they hit the market, they are usually sold out within like a day or two. Like they
So
are
it's like an
very hard to
RTX
come by.
card. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. So
Yeah, I'm looking at prices on Gunbroker right now. You're talking anywhere between $3,000 and $12,000.
Jesus. Man, so y'all know who Nanners is, right? Like
C-Nanners?
No, not C-Nanners, Nanners, like
but
the VTuber.
Nanners. Yes, I'm quite familiar.
Okay, so because of her, I now really want to buy like this like cane sword thing.
Oh my god, her Cold Steel video.
Yeah, the Cold Steel 88 SCFD heavy duty sword cane 30. The fuck? That's a loud ass noise from upstairs. 37.5-inch overall. So I was looking on it, and it's knifecenter.com, right? That's where she was buying it from. And I was looking at all this like cool shit that's on here. I'm like, yo, like, there's some pretty neat things like they've got on here, man. Like, just going into like tactile pens. Who has tactile pens, right? Like, you want to get stabbed by a tactical pen? Dead, you know, like Cold Steel sword cane. Exactly, Robin. The only gun I want is an SMLE MK3. I don't know what that is. But like, there's some pretty cool like karambits and shit on here. Like, I really want like a karambit, like just like a standard one, not even like a fancy colors, blah blah blah. No, I just want like, I don't want a folding one. I want like an actual karambit that you can spin around and like hook on. It's like a solid piece. But they got some dope ones on there. Just looking at like swords, they've got like Oriental swords. They got just literally Game of Thrones replicas. Fantasy swords. They've got so much cool shit on here.
I see a bolt action pen here.
Bolt action pen. Hold up.
So the SMLE Mark III is the Lee Enfield, chambered in 303 British. Just for facts.
I don't know. But like, whenever I see shit like this, it's like, man, I really want a boot knife now. But then I'm like, man, now I really want the boots I want now. And it's like, damn. Like, makes me want to cry. I also like that they got like tactical flashlights that are like pretty much like a big stick that they can beat you with that has a light in the middle of it. You know, like, it's pretty much a baton with a light source. And I'm kind of for it. Like, there's so much cool shit. And I'm like, man, I kind of wish that I could afford dumb shit like this. I got like tomahawks. And it's like, man, I want a tomahawk. I have no reason to have a tomahawk. But I want a tomahawk. Tactical shovel? Tactical shovels are a waste of time.
Whoa.
No, I'm gonna tell you straight up. Like, most tactical shovels that you can buy are pretty fucking worthless.
However, will I make my foxhole?
Okay, if you get a mill surplus one, it's probably okay. But like a lot of these fucking
the ones that you can buy online are generally kind of like
they're crap.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I had, and man, it broke in like 20 minutes.
Like they work better as using the handle as a hammer. You know, like yeah, like they're generally pretty bad. I wonder, do you guys think I'd get banned if I showed my my combat kunai on stream? Because I might find that for next stream or next like IRL stream. Because like, it's not a knife, and you can have swords and axes and stuff like that in the background of your stream and show them off. So I mean,
it's just a short sword.
It's technically a dagger. Like a combat kunai is debatably a dagger. Especially considering the thing weighs so fucking much. But Aki gave it to me many, many years ago. I think it was for like my birthday or something like that. Gave me the combat kunai. I was like, this is fucking dope. But it definitely needs to be sharpened if I'm ever going to use it again. Shit, are we already almost at 3 hours?
Getting there.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's insane. Like, this has been a quick night. Dope. What are we doing on Monday? Is it the... Are we doing... Was it Jackbox that we're doing on Monday?
Mm-hmm.
No, let me check my phone. Oh god, my phone has like 1 million notifications on it. Because I keep all my lists on my phone, so... sub goals. Yes, so Monday would be the Jackbox stream. Neat. I just got home. What I missed besides being called a hoe? Well, you got called a hoe. So that was the thing. We've also talked about guns. We've talked a little bit more about like religious stuff for a little bit and like belief systems, and that was about it. I want an axe. Yeah, axes are pretty dope. I would like an axe. We can talk about like weapons and stuff. It's been pretty cool. Way too many fucking notifications that can all go away. Also, Geki, I see you there lurking, by the way. Just so you know. Always watching. I think the weapon I most want to be able to use is a halberd. So a long axe with a short head, pretty much. And a spike. I mean, they're useful if you ride horseback. But they also work to fight horseback. I don't know, I've always been like more of a... That was a fucking noise. Who did that?
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize my mic was unmuted when I cleared my throat.
Oh my god. It was terrifying. Maybe it was my train of thought. What the fuck was I just talking about?
Sorry, my bad.
Oh yeah, I've always been like more for like shorter kind of weapons. Like generally like smaller knives. Mind you, I guess it's just easier to keep more of them on you if you've got small weapons. But I've always been like pretty quick with stuff, so that's why I've always preferred smaller weapons. Not that I've ever needed to use one, because I mean, I practice Bagua, my hands kind of became a weapon, you know, like, so, gonna sleep is 3 AM? Alright, well thank you for hanging out for so long, Robin, I do appreciate it, and I will probably end up talking to you tomorrow at some point, so you have a good sleep. Pole arms are cool. I just like hitting people with big sticks as well, so I mean... But,
yes.
Have you... Someone wants to fight? Have you considered stick? Just get them right in the schnoz, you know? But no, I've always like preferred smaller like knives and stuff like that, just because like it's more entertaining to be able to like do fancy shit with them where you just like spin them around or whatever. And they're quicker, right? So you got a better chance of hitting shit. And like shorter swords. I was really into archery when I was younger, but I feel like I don't have any of the skill I used to have when I was younger, so probably not something I'd be good at now. Maybe one day, if I end up getting my own property, I'll set up like an archery range and I'll learn archery, but that's only if I end up getting a large amount of land, which I really doubt will ever happen.
Actually, it's pretty easy, just point and click.
Why the fuck am I friends with you?
Damn.
Like,
Uncle Ruckus.
Just pretty easy, just point and click. Just
Listen,
I don't think I've ever wanted to
Archer is
just
one of my
punch
many
someone
talents.
so
I
hard
know.
before. Like, what the fuck? Oh my god. My face hurts. Like, I'm not used to smiling. This sucks. Ugh.
God damn it, stop bringing me joy, it hurts.
Exactly. Fuck you, dude.
No.
So maybe a pessimistic piece of shit in peace. God damn. That was really hard to say, and I'm proud of myself. That was a lot of P sounds, and the letter P really messes me up when I go to say shit. Like, wait until like, you ever see me like narrating stuff. Whenever I get to a P, I'm like, P. Or I'm like, dip, 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 dip. It just turns out. What does that say? You know, like. It's like, that actually says broccoli, but I mean, good luck, you.
What?
You tried. You tried.
Not my fault, I'm dyslexic. The B looked like a P. But wouldn't it then be broccoli? And how the fuck did you get from that? Don't you fucking judge me. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, that went on to a weird point.
Hi everybody, welcome to Trash's stream. It got weird.
Pretty much.
It's been weird. I mean,
We could always make it weirder.
We went silent for like a solid 5 minutes there.
I mean, it was only like 22 seconds, but thank you. It was all your
It
fault,
was an
too.
hour to be trash.
Have you ever considered just like becoming best friends with a brick? Like, I can introduce you fairly quickly, you know? Like,
I mean, I have a bedrock.
that does not surprise me in the least.
Is it a USB pet rock?
The worst part is I know exactly what he's referencing. It's literally a rock with a USB jack in it. Does nothing. Literally nothing. It's just there.
Yeah, but it's modern. Ish.
This is true.
You know, I just made it. And I do mean just made it to having 3 brain cells. And I'm now back down to 2. And one's missing, the other's out looking for him. Why did you do this to me? Hi, how are you doing tonight? Hey, it's Emily. Welcome to the stream. We're actually winding down for the evening. We're at about, well, normally we only stream for about 3 hours. So we're about 3 minutes into that. How about to yawn? So that's why. Because I've gotten about 2 hours of sleep. I'm on my 3rd or 4th energy drink of the day, and it's done fuck all for me. We have talked about all sorts of scary stuff, from like supernatural things to possibly blowing a hole through Bigfoot. We've talked about religion. We've talked about JoJo, which I think is honestly the scariest thing, that we decided to dedicate time of our day to discussing burly, then incredibly feminine men fighting singular Pokemon battles with their spirit animal, doing odd things, you know. And we dedicated far too much time to that. We talked about time travel, which to a lot of people is fairly scary. We've talked about different ghosts. We've talked about runes. We've talked about a lot of different things. So we're doing pretty okay tonight. The tired is wanting to catch up with me because I've gotten about 2 hours of sleep and then been awake too long. My body is like giving up on me lately. But yeah.
It says no.
Did I tell you about the other day? I was up for like 28 hours, of which I was only running off of, I think, an hour or two of sleep. And the day before, I was up for... No, I was up for 26 hours, sorry. And the day before, I was up for, I think, 23 or 24 hours before that. And I slept maybe, I think, 3 hours prior to that. And then before that, I had been up for about, I think it was 52 hours. And I was running off an hour of sleep the night before that. So by the day that I was up for 26 hours, I was like, I'm gonna die. I felt so tired. Oh my god. And then I was out and I was like helping work on a truck with my dad over at this guy that we know that lives out in the country. He's a cool dude. Farmer, you know, he's got plenty of land, got plenty of trucks. We're all working on it. Should have joined. Dang, I should have joined earlier. Sounds like it was fun. It was a lot of fun. The VOD will be up on the VOD channel. It'll also be highlighted on the Twitch page if you want to go and check it out from there. We are streaming to YouTube, DLive, Twitch, Mob Crush, and Trovo all right now. Because fuck being a Twitch affiliate and giving away literally my entire brand identity to a company when that's literally the most important thing that you could have as a streamer. Yeah, we've talked about a whole lot, had a lot of fun. But I was up for that long, right? And on that final day where I was up for like 26 hours, I was falling asleep while we're working on this truck. And we were redoing the door hinges for our other truck that we brought, like our truck that we were going to be driving home, so it needed to get done, right? Right, because it wasn't going to be staying in a garage. So I end up lifting the door, and I'm like kind of like crouch sitting type thing because there's like a couch in the garage, and I'm leaning up against it. And I'm holding it at like this really kind of stupid angle like this. Like my one arm is out, the other arm is like up holding it. And I started falling asleep. And I hadn't realized that I held it there for about 20 minutes while they were trying to figure this out while falling asleep. And I was like, I'm a lot tougher than I thought I was. Because if y'all don't know, doors weigh probably close to like 80 pounds, if not more, I think. Depending on the door, because this one had like the glass in it. It's like an old steel door, right? So it's on an old truck. So it had the glass in it still. It had, you know, all the panels. It had all the steel, right? It had the hinges. It had everything. And I was falling asleep while holding it, and I fell asleep just kind of like stuck almost. So I was like, oh, awake type thing. And yeah, then when I got home, I crashed for like 10 hours, and I hate sleeping. If I sleep more than 3 or 4 hours, like if I sleep more than 4 hours, I feel sick. So it was, I slept for like 10 hours and then I woke up and was like, I'm gonna die. And now I've been trying to fix myself since, because I woke up at like 2 a.m. that day, and then I was like, oh no. And then I was up, and then I just stayed up, and now I'm just all kinds of whack. I normally go to bed at like 8 a.m. and I wake up at noon. So all kinds of messed up right now. But I'm around. I ain't dead yet. Yeah. How's your day been though? Should I just call you Emily? Does that make it easier? Hopefully you've had a great day. I know my boys here just kind of like, they kind of like turn their brains off when I start talking, and then they hope for their turn soon type thing. So.
Brain's always off. What you talking about?
Well, I was talking about like, you know, the smart ones.
I'll have you know I got an IQ of higher than 1.
I was gonna say, is it still in the single digits?
No, well, it's higher than 1. It could be up as high as 1 million. You don't know.
Mine hovers around room temperature.
I consistently run on minimum system requirements.
So scratch that thing about the smart ones that I said.
Never in attendance.
It's never good when I'm the intelligent one. You know, like, I think I've met trees that were smarter than me, so.
Hey man, those trees, they'll outsmart you if you're not careful.
They do jump out behind vehicles sometimes.
Yeah, I've seen it happen.
One time, one chased me through the woods, and then I realized I was playing the Lord of the Rings.
There it is.
Got high on LSD and had trees yell at me one time.
What just happened? What? How did this become the stream? Like, hey, I held a door for 20 minutes. I felt strong and empowered. I fell asleep because my body ached and I was dying. Yeah, I did drugs and trees chased me through the woods. They yelled bad names at me and I was scared.
They said they were gonna take my skin. It was terrible.
I remember this story actually. Or in front of vehicles too. They could be chasing them cars too. Yeah, I mean, you're right. You're right. God, I've never met so many smooth brains in my life. Alright.
You just somehow collected them all in one place.
You know, birds of a feather. Like, we just mix. Trees really be wild, and though you're right. You're right. Also, for everyone that's in chat, these goals up here, I thought of a new one, and I'm super excited about it. I want to run it past you guys when we make this next one, because if you guys don't like it, then it's on whoever doesn't like it to find out a fucking new one. Trees be wild, and though they be eating the sun and shit. So here's the thing. Apparently, mammals and anything that breathes oxygen purely exists because Mother Nature went in, oh fuck, oops, you know, like, and created, hey, that, like, something went poof and released a lot more oxygen into the air. Because think about it, what was here before organic life? Or I guess, well, do trees count as organic life?
Yes.
I mean, because they are organic, so I mean, mammalian life, or reptilian life, or aquatic life. Only thing that is plant-based, sorry. They survive off of carbon dioxide, and their byproduct is oxygen. And then Mother Nature accidentally was like, here's a bunch of oxygen. And then all the plants were like, ah! And then, you know, things evolved to have that oxygen. So we're a giant fucking mistake.
In the beginning, there was Rel.
In the beginning, there was Rel. Okay. Have we considered an ending for it?
Yes.
I hope it's soon.
It'd be a spoiler warning, though.
Spoiler warning? Oh my god. Well, what do we want to do? Let's keep checking the live section, see who's online. Do you guys want to go and surprise a buddy of mine? He might not be you guys' cup of tea. He might not be your form of content that you enjoy, but he's a good guy. His name's Alaska Zero. He's doing a chill stream right now with the squad, apparently. Let's vibe, is what he says. And he's playing Call of Duty Warzone. Super fun guy, still relatively new to streaming. If you guys feel like just showing him a bit of love, you know, just show him a bit of love for me. I'm sure he would appreciate it. So I'm gonna go over into his chat and we're gonna mute it real quick just to make sure that there's any ads, it doesn't accidentally play. But yeah, he's a great guy, and I'm gonna toss you guys over there. Hopefully you enjoy your time. He's a fun man. He's a good dude. I haven't spoken to him in a hot minute, but he's been nothing but nice to me ever since I ever met him. And let's go show him some support. So let's start that raid. I'm gonna grab his URL for everyone that is not on Twitch, and that is the link to his channel if you would like to support him as well from your various platforms. If you guys don't know who I am and you just stopped on by, or if you enjoyed your time and you didn't press follow yet, please press follow, because you know I go live every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sunday the 14th, Valentine's Day, we're gonna be doing a little bit of a specials kind of stream. All right, we're gonna be doing we're gonna be doing an all-day date for everyone that's not cool for Valentine's Day and doesn't got a date. I'm your date now. That's a threat. All right. So my name's Trash. I love y'all, and I'll see you over in his chat. Take it easy, everyone.